Welcome back to the TTRPG Project, where we are proud to bring you the Dresselhime campaign, featuring our cast of non-voice actors, Adonis Kronos, Guinevere Ashenthorn, and Gelt Genlith, as they explore the wild lands of Dresselheim. The Dresselheim campaign, featuring the Tarren D100 system using particularly the Tarren Age of Fantasy, Beta 2 currently available to join at TheTtrpgProject.com. The TTRPG Project is proud to bring you the Dresselheim campaign with these non-voice actors, sponsored by proud viewers like you who remember to like, subscribe, leave a rumble, thumbs up, and even leave comments down below, or who happen to go over to the TTRPGProject.com and take a look at joining, becoming a member, joining the beta, which we always appreciate for feedback, or by picking up some of our merch. Get yourself an Adonis Kronos sticker for that notebook, a Guinevere Ashenthorn to put on the car, or pick up a t-shirt or hoodie to let people know that you know how to play other games besides, well, other games. Anyhow, with all that being said, begin the Dresselheim campaign. Enjoy. 1, 2, 3. And welcome back, Dawning Titans. Ew, it is so good to have you all back at the table. We've had a little bit of adventure, we've had some espionage, we've had some murder, we've had some guilty consciences, we've had some fun times. We've gone to the cat house. We found out that apparently it's very easy for people to be considered other people's mothers. It's been a blast. And we have struck a bargain. We have headed to the gates to lead out going east of Corvus in hopes to go sloth hunting.
Yeah. Sid ain't gonna know what hit him.
As the three of you head to and approach the gates to exit out, you see the barbarian cowboy himself, John Nelson, waiting. A large flatbed cart has been provided for you. And you see not one, not two, but 4 muscular, anxiously stomping their hoofs, waiting oxen at the front of it.
Ooh. Gonna be schmoovin'.
Well, here are the beasts I promised you. Remember, I gave you a deal? I heard what you did for the sewers, we appreciate it. So, I gave you 4 fine beasts to help get you on your way. The sloths were last seen due east, and just remember, if you don't bring back my beasts, Oro and Garo will pull you apart by limb from limb.
Yeah. Don't gotta remind us about that. We we got this. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
All right. Well, we'll see you when we sees you. And he tosses you the reins back up onto the thing, and you see a couple of the guards that are working at the gate just shaking their heads at listening to the threat of civilians getting ripped apart limb from limb.
It's only
All the days
But we're
work.
fine with it.
For them, they're like, yeah, we've seen this once or twice.
Yeah. It's only a threat if we don't come back, and then it'll be a promise.
And you notice that on the cart there is a box of supplies full of feed for your animals, and a little bit of a water supply that's been salted specifically for the animals.
Okay.
So probably not the best for you guys to drink, but you know your animals are good for a while.
Sweet. That's the main thing. Is they need to be good.
So, you all have made it to the road. Let me make sure that you guys are able to maneuver your token, because otherwise Yes, you cannot, and I know why. Damn it. There we go.
Who is this James fellow on the map?
It was another fellow. Come here now. You should be able to. Good. Make it a token layer. Good. Set dimensions. This is what happens when you're not paying attention. I thought I'd found a really clever way to make it so that way it'd move easier on the map, and apparently I was wrong. Go control that. There you go. Now you guys should be able to move it.
Yep.
Let's see here. You see James on the map?
Yeah, I can see James on the
Yeah,
map.
I do
sitting
too. He's like
in
right
the
in the middle
woods,
of a tree.
and it just says James in all capital letters,
James.
or not all capital letters, but just really big letters.
So those aren't capital letters.
He's dyslexic, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure enough. Yeah. There we go.
Went to
No
the
more
ocean.
James.
It's fine.
Yeah. I was using your guys' characters as templates for making icons. All right. That takes care of that problem. So, you are on the road, and it is your first day. Let me see here. What time was it when you guys started to head out? Oh, yeah, it's early. It's only 11.
Sweet.
So, with that being said, who's going to take charge of driving this wagon?
I got this, guys. You just sit back.
I'm gonna watch this and hopefully get a good chuckle out of him failing. We'll see, because I know Adonis cannot guide a cart.
Well, first of all, you guys are lucky these are trained beasts.
Yeah.
These beasts know their job. Matter of fact, these beasts probably know their job so well that if you get yourselves killed, they'll just wander back to town on their own.
Nice.
Amazing.
Great.
Saves them a trip.
So go ahead and you get to roll a d20 to see how far you guys moved today.
Ooh, haven't rolled one of these in such a long time.
Oh, I bought a D100 today, like an actual physical D100.
19.
You bought a physical D100. That thing is either so large it's ludicrous, or it will roll forever.
It's one that looks like it'll roll forever.
Sounds about right.
But it's the fun of it.
This is true. All right, so a 19, and the oxen rolled an 18.
Hot.
Because they are powerful beasts. So that gives you a total of 37. Where do you want to go?
I said it was east, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Just keep heading east then.
All right. You have, so to get there, you've only used up, because you still have travel. You can actually make it into the next tile before you run out of travel for the day.
Oh, nice.
All right. These beasts are a hauling, especially since you've been on the road. Yeah, they go trucking. Yeah, your guys' total plus the road bonus. Yeah, all right. So you get to the main intersection that you see there. That nice big main intersection. And what? You see several wagons and traders that are moving along the way.
I'm assuming coming from the farmland?
Yeah, most of them look like covered farm wagons. La Prade waving at you as you go by.
As we pass by, could we try and talk to one of them, see if they've seen any of the giant sloths?
How many of them, or do you want to try to ask all of them?
Just whatever the
probably
passes.
Yeah, just like the first person that passes us. Like if it's the first one of that group, then yeah.
Well, look, you guys have you're traveling a long distance throughout this day, so you're going to pass, we'll say, 6 different individuals throughout this time.
Do you want to?
I'll ask the sixth one then, because the last one will at least have the most relevant information, I would imagine.
Okay. He's a large buck tooth with one of the buck teeth kind of half broken going up to the side. He's got himself a corncob pipe sticking out the side of his mouth. His long leprade fur kind of hanging down, shaggy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a mule pulling his little single wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're looking for the sloths. Well, yeah, they're traveling down through from the north to the south this time of years. Usually always make their travels before the rains come in. Low creatures, really, not the brightest things. I saw some to the north, but that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Suppose they probably down somewhere northeast, east. They shouldn't have made it south yet.
All right.
For sure.
Nice.
You wouldn't happen to have, as he takes his pipe from his mouth and kind of tips it over to show you it's empty. You wouldn't happen to have a bit of little here, would you?
No, we do not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we have any tobacco.
Nope.
Oh, that's a shame. That he goes and he sticks the corncob pipe back in his mouth. Well, that's a shame. There, yeah, see. Well, you go up there now. You can be careful. Those youngies got their real claws now. You got to warn on that now. And he just pushes his cart on by.
Slowly gets more Appalachian.
I just looked at Guinevere and I was like, we need to get tobacco the next time we have money and stop at the store. Seems like no, but for purposes of possibly being able to pry for more information or to at least thank for information, it'd be good to have.
Fair. Fair enough.
So, do you guys have a little bit more travel left that you guys can burn? Do you want to follow the roads, or are you prepared to go off road?
I think we should go off road and go try to get into this track of land.
Oh, I was thinking that we go down to here and then go off road.
Yeah, we could. I think we would still have to go up though, depending on where they're at. If anything, I would think here and still go into here. I mean, I'm down with going, down. But I don't know how much.
This way.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Okay.
So your goal is to try to get over there, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So, let me just confuse myself a little bit. There we go. Get rid of that. Maybe that'll make it easier for me to put this where I want it. No. Come on, go back to the selector now. Nope. Anyway, you get to about there today.
All right.
The night begins to fall. I imagine the three of you being smart enough to know what you're doing. You stop, you make your little camp with your wagon.
Yeah.
Yep.
You find that getting off the road with these beasts was no difficulty.
Nice.
You made great travel. You look back and you see the farmlands kind of off in the distance to your north and your south. You can't see the road anymore due to the shapes of the landscape, and ever so far you see the light of the light towers of Corvus, just a little blink off in the far, far distance.
So far from home.
Air is a little chilly. You make yourselves a little fire, take off a day's rations, take off a day's water. You see to your beasts being fed. You see to them getting their water.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all want to do? if anything, or do you want to skip straight into who takes the first watch?
I don't have anything, so I'm good to just go to the watch if you guys are.
I just want to practice Elvish.
You have an elf with you to help you practice, so that's go ahead and roll. Just roll a d20 and add it to your Elvish. All right, and since Gelt is taking first watch, Gelt, how exactly are you going to go about doing this watch? Are you going to just inquisitively be using your eyes, using some survival skills? How exactly are you going about this?
Kind of just watching, like, from the just sitting on the cart and ever so often, like, walking around and, like, making sure there's nothing trying to sneak up on us or anything.
All right, let's go ahead and roll investigation.
What is my investigation? +5. 79.
You make your way around. You don't see anything in particularly out of place. You are a little surprised at how all 4 ox are asleep, standing. They like never even deviated. They just like, you guys brought them to a stop. They ate and they were like, okay, off mode.
Off mode. Man, I'm envious of them. Wish I could do that.
But nothing in particularly happens on your watch. Go ahead and who do you wake up for second watch?
Adonis.
All right, Adonis, you get shaken awake. It's your watch, good sir.
Just, sit on the back of the cart and,
All right.
watch for anything to happen.
Go ahead and, for you, since you're sitting on the cart, go ahead and roll a perception.
Grab my phone here real quick. That is... Where is my perception score? 48.
Great. All right. You are easily distracted. But nothing bad happens. But you do lose track of time a little bit. And so you end up realizing that it's time to wake everybody up and start traveling.
Understandable.
You watch so good, you just watch the night go away.
Apparently.
Adonis got caught up in a little daydreaming at night. So, Gelt, are you going to be leading this, furthering this lead?
Yeah, unless someone else wants to take over. But if no one else does, that's also fine.
No,
I mean, if you want to keep
by all
going, go
means.
for it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll your d20.
20. Hey.
All right, for a total of 41.
Whew.
Yeah, the oxen rolled a 21.
Holy shit.
So you guys are now out in the wilds. So first I want you to move to where exactly it is that you kind of want to move for the first half of your travel.
Okay. Still trying to get here, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So that you guys make that with ease. It's a little bit bumpy going over some of the non-paved, wild.
Mm-hmm.
But these oxen are like, this is nothing. And they're just trudging through the tall grass.
Nice.
That's what we like to see.
Guinevere and Adonis. The two of you are going to be the eyes and ears while Gelt is steering the wagon. He doesn't get the advantage of having the extra viewing.
Oh, that's fair. I definitely want to be on the lookout for sloths.
All right. So I'd like both of you roll investigation. Adonis, you're going to roll investigation with disadvantage because you did the double watch.
All right.
Investigate.
70.
Damn, with disadvantage too.
The first one was 83.
Oh shit! I rolled 100.
Oh shit! with your new dice.
Yeah, but
Nice.
with my physical. I rolled 100.
Waited.
No way.
No way.
Oh, waiter.
I mean, it's weighty.
It's a
She
D100.
admitted it.
No, this is
Red-handed.
heavy. You could bludgeon a man with this.
It's not Crystal's metal one.
Double red-handed now. Murder and a weighted dice.
Knew it.
A D1.
These two things are equal.
A D100, man. What you do is you swap that out of a golf bag.
Ugh. Ooh.
Look at our oxen tokens.
Page number.
That tells me it loaded for you guys faster than it loaded for me.
Damn, it didn't load for you yet. Holy. Oof.
There we go.
That's
We got
okay.
a couple
Tony
giant
decided to give out
sloths.
on me. So give me one.
Oof.
All right.
Technical
Let's see here.
difficulties all around.
You know, Roll20's been getting a little sketchy lately. That's right, Roll20. I'm calling you out. You don't sponsor me. I don't need to shill.
I don't need this shit.
Videos go up in December. After December, can't use Roll20 anymore. Account got
They
banned.
me. It's weird.
or they could either fix their platform,
Nah.
or give me a free membership, and a better membership. In which case, yeah, I'll totally get down.
I got you.
I'll chill.
A membership's a membership.
Yeah.
Then I'd have fog of war options. And yeah,
It's pretty sick.
all right. So the three of you, Gelt, you bring the cart to a halt as first Guinevere and then Adonis both yell, "Sloth!"
Sloth?
And you all pull up the wagon and you see out there in the fields migrating sloths. Giant sloths.
Can I eyeball, like, from how big they are to how much room we have in the cart to, like, guesstimate how many we might be able to fit in the back of the cart?
Give me
I
just a
think
second.
like one.
So, these sloths are approximately 12 feet tall minimum.
Oh god.
Yikes.
Your rough guess is they weigh between 800 to 1,000 pounds.
So we're dragging this.
They're big.
I don't even know if we can get this into the cart.
Yeah, exactly. We're dragging this.
You might be able to load them into the cart. Who knows?
So is the one that's closest to us, is this the tail of the herd?
The herd is actually moving south.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. But the herd is not really migrating at the moment so much as they've stopped for their midday meal.
But this is, like, as far as we can tell, as big as the herd gets. Like, there's nothing further back that we can currently see.
There might be. The sloths tend to move in, like, even though there's a big herd, quote unquote, moving, the herd could be broken up into little patches with quite a bit of distance between them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You see how big they are? They tend to eat a lot, so they spread out.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah.
Do we wait?
I don't
Or do
know.
we attack now?
There's a part of me that thinks if we try fighting it now, since they're not moving, all the other four will try and fight too.
I don't know. I mean, we didn't really
That's
ask
fast.
how much of fighting creatures they were.
True.
But also, like, them eating, they could be like, yeah, that sucks for that guy. I'm eating.
True, these are sloths.
Yeah, they are sloths.
Sucks for you.
You know, they could just sitting there like, oh, yo, that's crazy. This is some good grass.
Either way, I think if we do, when we do try and fight one of these, we should probably drag it more like up here, so there's no chance that the oxen get caught up in the fight.
I mean, what we could do is we could just move the oxen down a little bit.
Yeah, just one way or the other. We need
to be
the
completely
oxen.
honest with you, I think that me and Guinevere could start a fight with this sloth, and you can move the ox and still come back up to engage in the fight.
Okay.
For the sake of simplicity and the fact that putting together that little cart wagon token was a huge pain in the butt, we're just gonna say they're out of the way.
Okay, cool.
Got it.
Solid.
Right. Solid.
Then I have no qualms. Whenever.
I think if we could just outright start it, because that's like, what is that? Like at least 40 feet between this sloth and the next sloth. Let me get my little measuring tape. Yeah, 50 feet.
Yeah, it's like 50 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we could take it. That's a lot of distance for a sloth to cover.
Yeah, but I mean, these guys probably have like 12-foot strides.
I don't know. I mean, we're 35 feet between them, so we're not in range for me to shoot them with the arrow.
You're not what?
Oh no, yeah we are. We're not in range for the hammer, the fire pistol, the makeshift break action hammer. 10 to 50 feet is my crossbow, so I can hit them. I mean, it's loaded. Do you want me to shoot him?
Since you're our only ranged, I think you should step back to your max distance.
I mean, that's only like 2 more squares back.
Still.
The further back we get, the less accurate I get.
Oh. And then
yeah.
the rest here's fine.
This is about like roughly half the distance.
I mean, yeah, if you guys are good with it, then I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, we can actually move up to make me half the distance away, because right now we are 35 feet away.
Yeah, we should be fine.
All right.
35 feet away.
All right, then I guess I will initiate combat and shoot. I guess I'm going to try and shoot for his chest if it's open, and go for where I can only assume a giant sloth's heart is.
So real quick, let's roll our initiatives.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that way I just know when the sloths get their turn.
All right. Well, I got a 90.
Nice.
76.
81.
Okay. Your guys' initiative order actually worked out pretty much how I thought it would.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right, Adonis.
Let's see if I can get any extra bonuses to me firing right now.
So
we are
you go
level
into the oxen
3.
shadow. You get shadow meld, and you get a sneak attack.
No, but I do have cool nature, so I can go prone, and I get +2 to hit with my crossbows and caster rifles.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
So I will go prone.
Right.
Before I go prone, how tall is this grass?
For the sake of argument, it's not going to cause you an issue.
Okay. I was like, are we like Little House on the Prairie, or just field?
This is wild prairie grass, but this time of year, it's already started the process of dying down.
Okay.
Because we're in the fall.
All right.
And
cool.
These sloths are huge, so it's not like you're gonna
not gonna lose sight of it.
Yeah.
If it was springtime, you'd have an issue because the grass would be tall and you'd disappear dropping into it. But you're good for the fall.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll prone and roll to hit it.
All right.
It's a 71 to hit.
It hits.
All right. 4. And I have shootist, so I can skirmish with melee range weapons. So I would like to skirmish the sloth.
Hey, whoa.
Yes. Yes. All right. How many times are we firing?
I don't know what I just did on that. Okay. How many arrows do I have again? I think I have like 30 something of them.
Something like that, because
You bought 20, right?
Something
25.
like that.
25. No, he bought 25.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
had.
yeah,
Oh, so it would be 27. Where are my bolts? There, I have 29.
There you go.
Okay.
Because I had 4 arrows prior. Because I had been messing with my character sheet the other day because I didn't have an ammo chart on there, and I was looking for it. Yeah, so I'll hit him 5 times.
Whew.
Please roll 5d6s.
Look at that! I actually have 5 d6s.
Crazy.
I got a 6, a 6, a 4, a 5, and a 5.
All 5 hit.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Woo!
Yeah, sloth. The sloth wasn't expecting on getting attacked.
So
2,
what's that?
the sloth didn't roll higher than a 3.
Ooh.
Oof. So that's 5 d4s then.
Yep.
Match the 20.
All right. So that's 4, 4, 4, 3, 3.
Okay. You watch as Adonis gets down and just fire and rapidly loads and fires and fires and fires, and all of them strike the big sloth who's getting ready. He's kind of raising his mouth to peel off a branch from the tree, and all of the arrows hit him in basically the shoulder.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Chest area enough, I guess.
Well, the sloth had turned to the side to go up into the tree,
Yeah.
and the arrows all hit into the fur, and the sloth turns, kind of smacks his jowls, and reaches over with a paw and kind of brushes the bolts out of his fur.
Did he break them?
No, the bolts all thudded and connected, but he's got a pretty thick hide. You did damage, just not much.
All right.
Oh, no.
That means I can pick those arrows back up.
If you want to get close, yeah.
Yeah. You know, if we kill him, I can get up there, grab my arrows. You know, that's 5 arrows I just shot at the man.
True.
Mm-hmm. So the sloth is now aware of you,
That's about it.
and then it goes to Geld.
Okay. I doubt I could sneak up on this, but I would like to give it a shot.
The opportunity to sneak up was lost the moment Adonis hit him with arrows.
Maybe not sneak, but like...
Because he's turned and faced where the thuds came from.
Got it, okay.
He saw the wagon, basically. All right, yeah.
Well, he saw the woman and the elf standing in the field.
True. I guess I'll just close the distance with... How far is my movement? 30. We get here. Here. Can I do... What do the other... Does the rest of the herd... Are they still just minding their own business?
Well, technically, with the way a round of combat works, we are still in the first 12 seconds of combat, and the sloth has not yet gotten to do more other than turn his head to go, where'd this come from?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then I will just stay here, because I don't have the movement for Flash and Clash.
Yes, you do. Flash and Clash
Which is half your
is
movement.
up to, the range on it is half of whatever your movement is.
Yeah, I can't close in with the,
Yeah.
not remaining movement.
Not remaining movement, your entire movement.
Yeah.
Half of your entire movement.
I've been reading that wrong this entire time.
Not a problem.
Okay, then I will Flash and Clash it.
Yes.
Sweet, because I was like, oh no, if he's not going to do that, then I'm the only one up close.
What'd you roll?
Been a while since I've used Flash and Clash. Gotta remember how it works.
So, I believe
Your sleight of hand.
Your sleight of hand versus his perception, if I remember correctly.
Yes. So, 90.
He rolled a 1.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll damage.
that is rough. Oh, they can treat as auto crits. Nice. 6.
All right, 6 damage, and he has that. So you cut in, and this thing's definitely got a thicker hide. It's between the long, shaggy fur and it's what you're assuming must be a very thick, hard hide underneath. Your blade just digs in deep, but you do see red beginning to form from where it's bleeding out.
All right. And since I landed a hit, I'm going to use my hit dagger hand.
All right.
4.
Okay. You decide to try to pierce in there to get that red, see if you can get a little more going.
I'm gonna skirmish. Skirmish for 2.
So in order to you used Flash and Clash, which consumed how many points?
2.
Okay. So then you want to attack and try to engage another skirmish because because your dagger hand doesn't cost you anything.
Yep.
It was free. So all right. So go ahead and roll to hit.
I'm trying to grab a D20. 100.
Hey. Yes. Let's roll 2 d6s.
5. And 6.
Okay. Roll damage for 1 attack.
5.
You go up and you slash it across, and this time you hit directly across the chest of the big beast. You come back with a secondary slash to come across, and it takes one of its big, long, clawed hands and catches the blade to parry it. And it looks at you, large brown eyes staring down at you and giving you the look of, that hurts.
I'm sorry, little one.
Ugh.
But you're
Little
so
one.
tasty.
I don't know if it's tasty.
Guinevere, I believe that makes it your go.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing too.
All right.
Out here, and also Flash and Clash.
Yep.
Let's see. 107.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
I hope.
I
You
chose
definitely-
the right stat to put my human ingenuity into.
Yes, you did.
Mine isn't stealth.
All right, let's see. Uh, 5. Okay, 6 total.
And he's
All right.
bleeding. Again.
You cut him. Now he's got a total of 3 bleed counters on him. All right. You immediately you do the draw slash and just come in and slice right into the side. It just got done looking at the elf that attacked it, and now it's getting attacked and cut some more. It's like.
Poor guy.
I'm feeling terrible.
Blame Adonis. He didn't take it out in those 5 shots.
Look, man, I tried. He brushed him right off. He didn't see me. He only saw you two.
All right. He's bleeding. You got 3 action points.
You could also skirmish.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, go ahead and roll to. Let's see, roll to engage or roll to hit.
Ooh, that's only 51.
You go to swing and You're kind of shocked at how meaty and hard this thing was to hit. And so when you go to swing, you put a little too much power and your aim is just off. Glances off the fur.
Rough.
I'm gonna hold my action points.
Okay. The sloth gets to go.
Oh no.
Just wants to
He
have
lets
fun.
first he lets out a bellow. And the other sloth begin to move.
Okay, they're moving away.
That works for me.
This big sloth is then going to make a swipe attack. First swipe misses because it's a 21.
Whew.
Second swipe is a 50. And he's swiping at both Gelt and Guinevere.
Yeah, it hits.
Yeah.
And that is 5 points of slashing damage to the both of you. As the big paw first swings over and the two of you kind of get out of the way, and then he swings his body using his big blubbery momentum and catches the both of you with an outstretched other paw and slashes both of you across the front for 5 damage each.
Did we get a rest from the night prior?
So your guys' current health before I took this damage off was, let's see here, you two were both at max health and Adonis was at 24.
Okay. So just making sure.
Look, you're good. So that brings both of you down to 19.
Yep.
And then I gotta roll for his bleed damage.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Fucking death
Ooh.
by inches.
Takes 10 points as
Ooh.
the big movements of the
Damn.
body after slashing the two of you. You see those wounds that you've already cut into them bleed out, and the fur go from a rustic brown to now a crimson, almost ruby-esque red.
Ooh.
And that is the sloth's turn. Adonis.
Is Guinevere in the way for me to shoot him again?
4 feet tall.
Don't worry about it. This guy's really big, and the map is not an exact thing.
All right. Then I'm gonna go to shoot him again.
All right.
I was about to say I'm only 5'7" on my character sheet, so I think dead.
91 to hit.
Are we skirmishing or single striking?
We're gonna skirmish again for 5.
Let's
We
roll
down
them out.
to 19 arrows. Let's see. I have 3 6s and 2 5s.
All 5 hit. Don't even bother to roll for damage.
Oh, okay.
You had 3 HP left.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
And the big sloth is down. Those bleed counters laid a number on him. They did 10 points of bleed to it.
Each?
No, total.
Oh.
Oh, so they don't have much
Not a
health
lot of
then,
health.
from what it sounds like.
no.
And the sloth, the 5 arrows into the sloth, and the sloth drops to the ground. Guinevere, Gelt, you feel a little rumble under your feet from the weight of the beast. That's one sloth down.
I say we continue.
How many can we truly carry though on the
That
cart?
is
Yeah.
true.
I
Yeah,
was like,
we
I
are
don't know if
limited
we
by
can
the
carry
cart,
that many.
not by our skill.
True. I
You
forgot
could-
about that.
You could fit probably 2 dead on the cart with some creativity.
Okay. I definitely think we should go for a second one then, and I would like to collect however many arrows I can pick back up.
You can collect all of your bolts, you're good.
Nice. Back to 20.
But if you're going to collect your bolts, you got to move up.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, that's fine.
And you'll have
Oh,
to wait
so
till you'll have to wait till your next turn to burn an action.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
So are we going for this for another one?
Yeah, I'm down to go for another one.
Hey, you're still in combat, so
Yeah. No, just
Yeah.
wondering if that was the plan.
Yeah, no, that sounds like the plan. I don't know if we can actually mark things.
You can.
well,
I can make a
Ping it.
circle.
Yeah, hold left, or hold left click.
There we go. That one.
That one.
Not up
Yeah.
there.
Look, I put a circle on them. All right, so
Oh,
I can draw. I can draw.
There you go. There, I put a dot on him for you.
That guy.
All right,
With
that's
the
the one.
dots.
That's the one you're going for.
Yeah.
Gelt, you're up.
All right. 55 feet. And that is my turn.
Guinevere.
Let's see. I think I can make it to there because I've got a lot of movement.
So yeah, you guys' movement increased now.
Yeah, I have 45 movement.
I have 45 movement too. I technically have 47 and a half. Well, that, yeah, base evasion, but so I've rounded down. 45.
All right, Guinevere, you've managed to move up. I believe that brings us back down around to Adonis.
What about the sloths?
Oh, that's right. Good call.
I'm not gonna rob them of their turn, their chance to escape.
They're mild running.
They're trying their hardest, man.
That's the sloths.
Until they're really not, and they just bust out on all fours and just run.
I'm gonna go to that
straight
block
at us.
right there, and then I'm gonna go prone, and I'm gonna.
Like Adonis runs between Gelt and Guinevere, and then
It
like
just
does the kid belly flop onto the grass.
Flops into the grass, crossbow in hand and everything, just looking like a Call of Duty montage.
Yep.
I like to think at this point we're not even confused.
Yeah.
You were confused about me using shoot us because I haven't used it up to this point.
Yes.
I can do that. Yeah, it's great. All right, that's an 82 to hit.
Are we skirmishing again?
Yeah. Now that I remember that I could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll those d6s.
All right, I got 2 6s, a 5, and 2 3s.
Roll for 3 attacks.
All right. 4, 3, 4.
All right, you shoot into this one, and it stops its moving away and turns back to look at you.
I just can only imagine it just giving me some like weird sad face, like why?
Have you ever seen you've seen a sloth? You've seen a sloth's face. They always look sad.
They do.
All right, Gelt, you're up.
All right. All right. I'm gonna flash and clash to it. And I got a 90 again.
92.
Ugh.
You do perform the flash and clash, and it sees you, and that's going to trigger its reaction. So you come up, and right before you can actually get your sword fully extended for the slash, you take 5 points of piercing damage as it juts a long arm from its 12-foot body, longer than your sword, and stabs into your sword arm.
Ugh. I don't want to lose the other one. First bandits, now sloths. I don't want this story for my arms.
All right. So you come forward. You tried to slash it, but it perceived you, saw you coming, and just stuck its arm out with its claws to slash into you.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna try for just a normal skirmish.
All right.
96.
Oh, that definitely hits.
And
And I believe that you're able to swing twice.
Yeah.
All right.
That is a 6 and a 6.
All right. Both of them slashy. That's roll damage twice.
4 and 5.
You go through, and this time you're a little more prepared after cutting into the other one. You're like, I know what this is all about, and slash through. All right. Because you skirmished, it does not trigger your arm.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you about that. The point of the arm is to trigger off a single strike.
Got it. Okay.
All right, but boom. You're figuring out a little bit more about these beasts. You're getting comfortable with carving them up.
And that is my turn.
One of your.
Sweet, same. Here, and then I'm gonna flash.
All right.
That's a 98.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, can you skirmish off a flashing clash?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to just double check.
Not a problem. Bless you.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 damage.
8. All right, and it's a crit. No problem. Boom. You have 3 action points left.
All right. I think I'm just gonna try and hit him again with my rapier.
It's a single strike.
Oh,
Or are you going to skirmish him?
I think I'm gonna skirmish.
Okay, let's roll to engage.
82.
82 definitely connects. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
It's a 4 and a 3.
Okay. You come in for the first one, and the sloth catches your blade literally on its teeth.
Oh.
To deflect. You spin around with the second one, and the sloth rakes you across the back for 1 point of damage as you manage to move off of it for the most part. One of your skirmish strikes matched, and the other one missed, which is what triggered its ability. All right. So you take 1 point of slashing, and it's the sloth's turns.
Not
good.
Bleed damage first.
Those 3 continue to try to get away. This one is going to first. Make sure I read that correctly. Yes. First, Slothy is going to go ahead and make a big swipe attack at the 2 of you, which completely misses with a 12.
Ooh.
And then
the sloth was pretty slow.
And then the sloth is going to attempt to take a bite at. Yeah, even or odd?
Odd.
Okay, he's going to take a bite at you.
Nice.
For a 93.
Yeah, I believe that hits.
Yep. And then that's for 6 points of piercing damage
Ow.
as it bites into you. Never tasted elf before.
I hope it doesn't like it. It's a very acquired taste.
I know somebody at the cat house who does.
No, I didn't get actively hit on at the cat house. I got actively hit on, I'm pretty sure, at the poor house.
You did get a discount at the cat house.
That's true.
All right. Burgess is back. Adonis.
I do it all over again.
It's a
Oh,
real
hold
one.
on. Wait. Hold on 1 second. I forgot. I almost shorted you. Where's my D4? It bled a little bit. All right. Go ahead, Adonis.
83 to hit.
You skirmishing?
Ah,
All right. Let's roll it out.
2 5s and 3 4s.
All 5 hit.
Damn.
Nice.
Go
Two.
ahead. And
Two,
okay.
1, 3, and a 3.
All right. You watch as those arrows fly over Guinevere's head and into the upper chest and neck area of the sloth. It lets out a guttural and Gelt, you are up.
All right, I'm going to attack it once with my rapier.
All right, big single strike
97.
hits.
6.
And you cut through the sloth's neck,
Nice.
and the sloth collapses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many arrows do I get back?
None. Fuck you.
You could acquire all your arrows back -2.
-2? Okay.
Yep, the 2 that missed earlier are off somewhere into the wilderness.
Fair enough.
All right, let's.
I'd say this was successful.
Yeah.
Got 2 whole slots.
So, now the question, so we're done hunting the sloths, we're going to let the other ones get away?
The other ones are going to get away. We
Yeah.
can only carry 2 anyways. No reason to hunt the rest.
Well, I said,
Yeah.
well, hold on now, I said you could carry up to 2 creatively. Let's see how creative you are. You got 2 sloths down. Now, what are we doing with these dead sloths exactly?
I guess we're going
So-
to load them onto the cart.
Are you going to try to process any of them here, or are you just going to try to load the whole beasts up onto the cart?
So if we process them here a little bit, at least dump the guts out. It'll.
I mean, the most I can do is gut them for you. I don't think I can.
That's all
I don't.
we really would need to do, because there's a lot of innard.
What if they want the guts?
Yeah.
I mean, because my thought process was, well, we can probably gut and dehead them. Because I don't think much from neck up. I don't imagine people are eating sloth brain.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it could be a
mean-
delicacy for all I know. But
Yeah.
There's a. I say we try to get them on the cart as is first.
Get them on the cart whole, okay? With the 3 of you working together, let's have 3 athletics rolls.
Could I?
I'm listening.
How big? How thick are these? One of these trees? One of these big trees?
You don't have an axe, if that's your plan.
No.
What are we
have
thinking?
A lot of rope. I'm gonna be using that as kind of like a leverage point to
You want to try to lift them using the rope.
not like kind of try and like help the just the loading process. I don't know. We have 150 feet worth of rope, but
so essentially, what you're saying is, attach the rope to the sloth, throw it over the tree, move the ox over here, pull the ropes. That
And
way the ox
hoist
can,
it?
basically pull it up almost like Dr. Stone kind of status, and then,
Yeah.
sit him on the cart.
I don't
So-
think that's a half bad idea.
I like where you guys are going, and I'm going to help you go one step further. You have 4 oxen.
Oh, duh! They can pull it for us.
2 of them can pull it for us.
Now we're thinking. And in quick work, though it takes you guys the rest of the day, and it will be early evening by the time this task is done, you are able...
It
Like,
moves
go
as
ahead.
1 unit. I didn't realize it moved as 1.
Yeah,
I don't know how I expected it to move, but not as 1, I guess.
I like the way it moves. It looks cool. The way all the
You're able to load up both oxen, though it is now late into the evening. Like,
that's fine.
we're not like near midnight, but we're definitely, the sun has set.
Okay,
So this will be a camping expedition from this point.
so
Yeah, that's
this is day number.
This is
now
day
night
2. Yeah, night 2.
Okay,
So
just
tomorrow will be night 3. And then we had
So-
how many days? Like 4 days before Champions Day, right?
We'll be
So-
arriving on Champions Day. I'm pretty sure.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah, see, depends on how the dice roll. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. So why does Guinevere have a circle on her?
Because I put a circle there earlier, and I don't know how to
I
delete
was
the
about to say
circles.
because Adonis marked the sloth.
There we go. Got that taken care of. All right. So you, 3 of you, how are we going to set up for our camping for the night? Let's get into that.
How
we
bloody are
staying here
these
for the
sloth
night?
corpses?
We have to.
We have to. We're not going to be able to get anywhere. It's too late.
Fair.
Are these corpses bloody? Are they, kind of bloody? Are they dirty? What do they look like?
You killed them and then loaded
Oh, they're
them up
definitely
as
bloody.
is. So there's a fair amount of blood.
All right.
Animals tend to do that when you stab them and shoot them with arrows.
I was just going to say, maybe we could, use them as sleeping,
Oh, you want to go
bedding.
Tom?
I wasn't gonna go with
No.
No. I was just gonna lay on top of them. They're 12 feet tall.
Oh, I also thought you were suggesting Tauntaun.
No, I meant laying on top of them. They're 12 feet big. I don't think any of us are bigger than like 6,
You can,
3.
if you want to lay on top of them, you can. Is that how you would like to sleep tonight, laying on top of the giant dead sloths?
That sounds so fucked up, man.
I know I'm not the most elvy of elves, but there's a certain part of my being that just says that's wrong.
Look, I'm just saying, it's like a blanket. Just a big blanket. You don't gotta think about it.
So
Circle
Adonis,
of life.
So Adonis, you're sleeping on top. When you go to sleep tonight, you're sleeping on top of the sloths. I just need a yes or no.
Yeah. I will sleep on top of the sloths.
Oh.
We loaded them up. I'm sure, I could get comfortable on a giant sloth. I'm gonna have
Okay.
to take a bath when we get back, anyways.
Are y'all having a campfire tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Who's taking first watch?
Take first one. Yeah.
All right. Give me just a moment here. I'm processing everything that has just happened.
No, that's fair.
We'll sleep on that sloth specifically. That one. He looks the warmest.
Does he know that dead bodies get cold, do you think?
He'll find out.
Bodies get cold. Fur, on the other hand.
Where are my tokens? Where are my tokens?
There is no black dragon here.
No, I wouldn't do that yet.
There it is.
Actually, no, I was trying to look for my campfire token
Oop.
that I made for this, and my computer has been doing a weird thing where it keeps moving all my files.
Lame.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's because my monitor's not the right size for it.
Too small.
It's an older monitor, so I'm thinking it is a What's the word I'm looking for? I'm thinking it's a resolution issue.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah. There we go. There. We're going to need it for all of 10 seconds, but damn it, we're going to have a campfire token.
We're
who's-
having the fire.
Who's taking first watch?
I am.
All right. Guinevere, where are you sleeping?
I'm just gonna be over my.
All right.
By the fire.
Yeah, I'm
When
sleeping
y'all are
by
cold,
the fire. I'm like
when
a
y'all are cold in the night,
person.
when y'all are cold in the night, don't come crying to me on my sloth.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Tactical Cuddling.
I'm gonna tactical cutty the sloth bodies.
Go ahead and roll for investigation.
Yep. 91.
Okay. There's a couple of moments where you think you see something because of some rustling in the grass, but you find it's like lizards and shit. No big deal. Who do you wake up for second watch?
Adonis.
Okay, you go and wake up Adonis. Adonis, do you have your watch from atop the sloths?
No. Sloths are bed. You don't watch from your bed.
Oh, speaking of watches, before I go to bed, can I check the pocket watch?
Nothing's glowing.
Okay.
Can I check my pocket watch?
Nothing's glowing.
He doesn't know you. Get out of here.
They're connected.
He doesn't know you. The Festus don't care about you, boy.
All right, so you climb down off of your giant plane sloths.
Was I warm? Like, was it a good sleep?
Roll for sleep.
Please make a Constitution roll.
92. Actually, technically it's a 97 because I have a +5 from cool nature to Constitution.
You don't catch Lyme disease,
Hey!
Hey.
but you are covered in fleas.
Ah.
I knew you were a bumpkin.
There's no damage or anything to be taken yet. You are itchy and covered in flea bites because you laid on top of giant, furry, long, shaggy, wild animals. To be fair,
Lyme disease is honestly, pretty tame.
he managed to avoid the Lyme disease.
Yeah, I avoided the Lyme disease.
Yeah, but altogether, that's not too bad.
Oh no, there are worse consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've got the whole chart of how Lyme disease progresses.
Oh,
And they don't have penicillin in this universe.
rough.
Adonis, go ahead and make
An investigation?
For your background, I'm going to let you use survival for your watch.
Ooh.
For sure. '97 again. So I got a +5 in survival.
As you walk around your camp, keeping an eye on things, picking off and flicking off fleas, you notice some tracks that don't belong to your party's beasts, or the sloths. You look down at the tracks, and your guess is they're a good 5-6 days old. Tiny humanoid feet that bring on reminiscence of the last time you saw tiny humanoid feet footprints, and the reeking goblins that assaulted you in a cave.
Oh, God.
So you notice some goblin tracks from some goblins that have passed through here, but they're a couple days old.
Thank God they're a couple days old.
and your watch comes to a close with no major issues. When you go after you wake Guinevere, do you go back to laying on top of the giant plane sloths?
No, but I would like to go sit next to the fire and attempt to cook the flea. Just try and like warm my body up enough that the fleas just fuck off, or try and pinch at them as best as I could to kill them.
Not a problem. Guinevere, what skill would you like to use for your watch?
Oh, God.
Her violin playing.
Yeah, my violin with its still broken strings, of course. I guess just perception.
Well, speaking of which, do you want to fix those broken strings? You
I
bought
do.
the stuff.
Yes, I do.
All right. So with that, in this case, actually, it's kind of funny that you said perception, because perception would be the way to go. While you're stringing the violin, please make a perception check.
Sweet. 73.
73. Okay. Not a problem. You do get the violin restrung. Your violin, I believe, originally had a negative stat. Now it has a +1 instead.
Hey.
Ooh.
And nothing of particular note happens on your watch. Congratulations, you successfully hunted giant plain sloth.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
Everyone, go ahead and give me a D8 roll as you successfully took a long rest.
Woo.
Where is my D8? This one.
Speaking of DA, we picked up a Shadowrun book earlier.
I got an
Shadowrun only uses D8s.
I thought it was D6s.
Which it depends on the edition, but I think it's a D6 game.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, they were like, you'll need a bucket of dice, and I was like, that's fine, I have plenty.
8. Nice.
A
Me
6.
too.
16 now.
Yes, you are. Everyone
I'm
else
at
is at
full
full
health.
Oof. It's okay. Chicks did scars. It's fine.
Yeah, they don't dig ugly elf face though.
And they don't
Uncurable.
dig ugly human face either.
Yeah, uncurable disease we have, huh?
It's a
Stage
different
4 out here.
You think if we pray hard enough, the gods will fix it?
I don't think there's any praying. Any praying strong enough.
The real question is, what'd your mother do to deserve 2 ugly children like you?
Hey, she adopted us.
Yeah, she chose us, adopted.
I take on wayward children.
We were chosen, all right, ugly and all. What does that say about the beautiful children? They didn't even get picked.
I love my ugly sons.
See, even she knows we're ugly.
Yeah, but again, beautiful children didn't even get picked. Obviously, we're better. Who needs to be beautiful when you can be ugly?
Roll 20. Fix your sight.
Honestly.
I'm waiting for it too.
Refresh, that's what I had to do.
Mine loaded fine, but it was also like just not loaded for a hot minute.
I've been sitting here since we started accusing y'all of being ugly.
Whoa, these aren't accurate. These aren't accusations.
These were acceptance. This is all acceptance.
So, who's driving the wagon back?
If it ain't broke, I got it.
Go ahead and roll that D20.
19.
19. Not shabby at all. All right. The goal is just to haul ass back to town, right?
Yep.
Damn.
Oh yeah, the oxen rolled well. Let me see here real quick. Boom. So you rolled a 19. Camp there, got to there. All right. And you guys left, slept, hunted, slept. It's now the 27th. And you all are able to make it. If you push through the night, you will arrive about midnight of the 27th going into the 28th back in town.
What day is Champions Day?
The 28th.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right. Y'all push, and you all arrive back in town.
I think this is the smoothest an expedition has gone for us.
I didn't lose my armor, so
So too.
Yeah, we didn't end up hospitalized this time.
yeah. Still need a bath though. Still need a bath.
You need
Several.
disinfectant.
So, you arrive back at the gates. The guards take a quick look at you. They take a quick look at what you have on there. And immediately, one of them hops onto the wagon and leads the three of you over to the butcher.
Oh, for sure.
The butchery, despite it being so late at night, it's a hoppin'. There are people running around in white coats covered in blood, screaming and hollering, and there is a large female ogre. Where is my book? Who has, as she says, she's had it up to here with everybody. She's got a large 8-inch horn growing out of the front of her head, a dark orange mohawk that flopping down, going across her head, giant green jade-like eyes on her, covering her beige skin that covers hard but soft muscles. And Jillian is an ogre, and she is, as one would say, stacked upon stacked. Because she's a giant
muscle
ogre.
mommy.
And she looks down at the guard who's come forward with y'all on the wagon, and a big grin comes across her face. And immediately she calls over her army of butchers to begin processing.
Can I ask her and just be like, if it's not any trouble, could I, possibly get a blanket out of these sloth skins? If it's too much trouble, then, by all means, do what must be done for the town.
It's a good thing you got these here as quickly as you did. You left the intestines in, the meat starting to foul.
I didn't think. God damn it.
Oh, come on. You guys had to think. I hunt.
Yeah, I was thinking
I
that
don't.
too.
I'm soft-hearted and I can't hurt animals.
That's
I've never
okay.
been hunting, so
I should know that. I was thinking about that too. But I was just gotta remember to use actual real life applicable stuff.
Just saying, if you guys had, if you didn't make it back in 3 days, the whole thing would have spoiled.
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah. So, I guess it's time for some luck rolls.
Oh,
You guys don't get to know what the modifiers are because you didn't do the butchery yourselves.
mhm.
You brought back 2 sloths. This means we get to make 2 rolls.
All right.
Who wants to make the first one?
I'll make it.
Go ahead and roll. 1d100.
91.
Okay, who's making the second?
I'll make it.
All right, 1d100.
86.
Excellent. You both rolled very well. They offload the giant sloths off the cart. The guard informs you that he will take the wagon back to John Nelson for you.
sweet.
As this time of night, John Nelson doesn't exactly respond all that well, and he doesn't want anyone getting shot.
Fair.
Understandable. About our deposit, do we just show back up to John Nelson's in the morning then? Or...
When the guard returns the wagon for you,
Mhm.
it'll be processed.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, for sure.
Because no
So,
physical money.
yeah. So, you guys rolled really well. In total, the sloths that you got were, let me pull it up, I have it all worked out. One of them was 871 pounds,
Whew.
Oh my god!
and the other was 876 pounds. for a combined total weight of 1,747 pounds.
Nice.
Jesus.
Lots of meat.
How much did we make from that then?
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Here, they strip off the skins
Mhm.
and begin the process of deboning,
Mhm.
and then remove all of the innards that can't be used. And then lose 2% for what has to be thrown out because you guys didn't gut the animal.
Yep.
Yep, our fault.
This brings the total harvested usable product to 1,268 pounds.
That's way more than I thought. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought we were gonna get like, one sloth worth of weight in.
Oh God, no. That would if we did it like midday tomorrow, yeah.
All right, so that's 12. Oh, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was like, you guys want to travel through the night or not?
Fair.
Because it would have made a difference. All right, so we have 1268. The going rate for sloth, let's work this out. 1268. Okay, divide that down. 38 silver, 4 copper is what she's willing to pay you in total.
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
No complaints. No complaints.
Yeah.
All right.
Does she need us to go back out there? Like, I'll go get 2 more sloths. I'll gut it this time.
I'll gut it this time, I swear.
He appreciates your enthusiasm, but sadly, she doesn't have. Champions Day is happening literally within hours. So your new total after your refund is 54 copper, 41 silver.
Sweet.
God damn.
54 silver. How much?
No,
Copper?
41 silver.
41. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, 41 silver, 54 copper.
54 copper. Okay, my bad.
But you're good. So, that being said, you are all dirty, smelly, and two
Pretty
of
sure the
you
bathhouse is
are a bit bloody. And Jillian, who first leans over and she pinches your cheeks, Adonis, and kind of pats you on the head. You did a good job. And if you want these hides, I'll tell you what, I'll send them over to the tannery. And I don't know how much he's going to charge you for the process, but he'll take care of that. Otherwise, I'm just going to send them to him because I don't think you need anything else to help you smell.
You are correct. Thank you, milady.
And look at you. Oh, you need to get yourself a little stitched up. You know, you gotta be careful. And both of you dragging a little lady out there to do a big messy job like this. You're lucky she doesn't have you skinned. Now, it's Champions Day, and I can tell you that the bathhouse is open. Everything's open.
We have
To the
Oh,
bathhouse.
I for whatever reason, we still had a room at the Dragon Lily.
No, we do.
No,
We have it until
have
after. Oh, not Dragon.
No,
The
no,
poorhouse.
Yeah, poorhouse.
The poorhouse.
You do have a room at the poorhouse, and right now, the streets, the three of you now take in and kind of notice a little bit. The streets are full of people drinking. It's past midnight. It is officially Champions Day.
I'm heading to the bathhouse.
I'm also heading to the
Yeah.
Not a problem. You all make your ways to the bathhouse. Go ahead and feel free to move your own tokens.
They're gonna get so sick of seeing us.
Only until we get a bath.
I think the bathhouse is going to be tired of seeing you. You guys have become like some of their number one customers.
Yeah.
We always come in reeking and covered in either guts or sewage.
Hey, they know that they know their clientele. This is an adventurer's town.
At least it's not sewage this time.
Yeah.
That is true. It's just sloth blood
Yeah, it's
I
not too
would
bad.
like
and a
to
couple
ask
of
if they
fleas.
have anything for
Medicated
fleas. Yeah.
Medicated bath.
See you, and immediately this time. Let's see who's working here tonight. Da, 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 da. Ah, you have the worker Elza who's helping you. She's a 6'4", 120-pound elf. Pale skin, dirty blonde hair, soft pink eyes. Are we here for the public baths, the group baths, or private tonight?
I guess group, that's what we normally get.
Okay, a group bath for the three of you. That will be 90 copper. And can I offer you cold fruit, Zinfandel wine, or cold wheat beer?
Fruit sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I guess fruit. I will also ask about, if they have flea stuff.
Medication.
We can provide a laundry service to both repair your damaged garments and get things cleaned up for you. Laundry service for all three?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice
Okay.
face.
So I have 2 on the fruit or 3 on the fruit.
2.
Okay. And anything to drink.
Adonis is good.
Okay. So complete with the laundry service. That brings us to 2 silver and 30 copper for all services provided.
Oh, okay. No
That's fine.
sweat.
No quarrels about that.
I didn't think there would be, seeing as how much money you all just made.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all go ahead and get yourselves clean. Adonis, I'm sure you make the same practice of covering your eyes.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. The 3 of you get clean, stitch yourselves up. Your clothes are laundered and dried and brought to you. Unless the cold fruit that you guys receive for the day actually is sliced melons and frozen cherries.
Ooh.
And it's quite good. The melon in particular is a fruit that is not available in Belsong, where the 3 of you are from. So it's a new experience.
I will offer to share some of mine with Guinevere, because I can only imagine that I can't see, so she's helping me eat.
He holds it in the opposite direction, of course.
He holds
Yeah.
it towards the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yes, so not a problem. It's quite good. It's not quite a honeydew. It's almost like a honeydew and a watermelon had a baby.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the cherries have the chemical color of cheap Monostero cherries.
Nice.
All right.
Bright
Mhm.
red.
Oh yeah, neon. All right, but y'all get yourselves cleaned up and unless there's anything in particular you want to do at the bathhouse, I'll say it's 1 in the morning by the time y'all step out.
I don't know, practice a little bit of Elvish with Goat.
Sure.
That's more of a long rest situation.
All right, fair enough.
Unless you guys are telling me you're going back to your rooms to get your rest so that you can wake up in the morning to get Champions Day kicked off.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I would like to get Champions Day kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're talking. All right, the 3 of you get your lazy bones back to the poorhouse. You guys are going to have to control your figures because I have lots of notes now.
Yep.
I'm basically not even looking at the map.
Understandable.
Fine by me.
All right. Boom. Y'all get back to the poorhouse. The place is fucking bouncing.
Of course.
The partying is just non-stop in this place. Everybody's a hooting and a hollering. Y'all manage to get up to your room, and y'all crash. It's 1 in the morning when you guys got here. I'll say due to excitement and nerves, you guys wake up at 8 a.m.
Ooh, got a
Interesting.
Okay? Technically, you shouldn't get a full rest, but I'm saying rule of cool on this one, you get a full rest. Which only really affects you, Gelt. Go ahead and roll that d8.
Yes, it does. Hey, 7.
All right. That's helpful for you.
Yeah, I'm almost at max.
So, the three of you wake up. You don't really wake up on your own so much as you wake up because the noise echoing through the floorboards and through the walls themselves can no longer be ignored.
Jesus.
As you open the room door, you're blasted and overcome with the sounds of merriment and singing and belligerence of downstairs, just echoing up through the building. Matter of fact, the bunkhouse that you slept in last night, there's already people stumbling back, puking. It's
man, you gotta hold that better.
It's a full festival going on. And as the three of you make it downstairs, you see over on one side the Corgi crew all gathered around Elizabeth, who's giving a small, quaint speech. You see a group of them in full armament. They're clearly the chosen of the crew who are going to be participating in today's events as they're hyping themselves up. You see groups of adventurers and merchants and people all over the place talking. You see there's more waiters and wait staff that have been here before, and someone comes up to the three of you. Can I interest you in any of the pastries? We have custards this morning, hot custards. Oh, and we have honey pastries.
Can I get a honey pastry to go?
Yeah.
Not a problem. How many honey pastries are we doing?
3.
Yeah,
Three honey pastries, not a problem. The honey pastry itself is like a phyllo dough that's been laid down with crystallized honey pieces sprinkled between each layer and a butter honey glaze over the top. It is baklava-esque, sweet, savory, and if you're a foodie, you might have made a mess on yourself. Not a problem. So you got those for 9 copper.
Nice.
Okay. And the place is banging. Do you guys, what do you want to do first? Are you guys going to hang out here? Are you going to head out to the festival grounds? Where are we going?
I want to... Go ahead.
Festival.
I want to go to the tannery.
You want to go to the tannery?
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go to the festival?
Me.
Guinevere?
Yeah, I think I'll go to the festival.
Okay. So I'll say the two of you make it to the town square over here first. Mm-hmm. Adonis, you went to the furthest away location, so we'll come back to you in a second.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your time.
All right. You two walk in. Let me make sure I have the right one. There we go. Yeah, you two walk into the main area in front of the Master's Guild Hall, around the fountain, up through the doctor's office. The first section of the festival area you run into is predominantly overwhelming with the sounds of barkers, vendors set up everywhere. You notice coming from over on one vendor, you see a sign that reads Stone Sugar Confections. The smell of cooking sugar and sweets and baked goods comes rumbling out of it. There's a barker standing there. Apples, hard honey candies, and spun sugar clouds. Another vendor, an orc, calling out from under a sign that says The Cold Fang. Roast meats, get your roast meats, giant fowl legs, armored snow bear shawarma, wild boar bacon. And you see a line of people there ordering from that, across that in front of the Master's Guild Hall, underneath, or in front of, and underneath technically, the statue of the orc holding the halberd. You see a sign that reads Townsend's Hot Cream. local drink sold during the cold and winter festival months. And you see a man who's dressed like he looks like he's from about the colonial America period, standing there giving a dissertation to the crowd of people on the wonderful uses and predominant uses of nutmeg.
Oh, he's nutmeg's pretty good.
That's a shout out to my people who catch that reference later on. And then Avangale, you see another area that says Avangale Unions of Wine, or Unions of Vines. Wines from the crafters of Avangale. Isidore Vineyards Red, Galath Family Vineyards White, and the cider of Reclamation Orchard. Come and try a flight today. Across from that, you see a few dwarfs standing underneath their own little pop-up tent that reads up, Forge House Brewers Guild.
Oh, God.
Beer and fermented brews from the home of the Stonegate Empire. Then you see another sign that's marked Locals Farmers Market with a laprade and a female laprade standing out, and she's holding in one hand a corn on the cob, and in the other hand a basket containing something else that you can't quite tell is, and she's calling out, get your roasted corn, get your popcorn, roasted corn and popcorn, and then a laprade from behind her screams, and don't forget your brie, fresh brie.
Ooh.
And that is the majority of the vendors that you see in this section. Think about what you want to do and where you want to go with this. Adonis, you approach the tannery.
I'll come in and ask about the furs that were sent from the butcher late last night.
Let's see here. Tannery. Trying to figure out if he's in today. There we are. You see a helper there. Sir Reginald is out. It's a human.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Sir Reginald. He's out the festival. You talked about some pelts that came in. The sloth pelts.
Yes.
Yes, those came in from the butcher Jillian. She said somebody might be coming to ask about them. Are you here to take ownership?
Yeah, and I want to know if you guys could make them into blankets.
Yeah, we can totally take care of the processing. Let's see here. Let me see. The butchers did a pretty good job. There were some pretty messy slash marks inside some of them that are going to have to be seamed up. I'm assuming those weren't from the butcher, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Crazy stuff out there hunting them,
Let's see here. Well, I can get them turned into... We can make 3 nice sleeping rolls out of them for 2 silver.
Oh.
Yeah, perfectly fine. It's in no rush, so you can wait till after Champions Day if need be, by all means.
Well, yeah, it'll take about a week in order for us to cure the hides, and you can't rush that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But I'll make sure they end up on a stretch rack today.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right. Go ahead and add to your inventory, just so that way we don't forget that you have 3 giant sloth hide fur-lined sleeping rolls.
Okay.
All right. Now, while Adonis is establishing that, Gelt, Guinevere, what would you like to do first in this section? And by the way, there's another section of the carnival between the Temple of Styx and the Colosseum.
I want to grab some popcorn and head up to the other part of the festival. Check everything's out of there.
Okay, you go over, you grab the popcorn. Popcorn costs 2 copper, and they ask you, would you like that kettled, sugared, or salted?
Salted.
Not a problem. And they produce you see a giant block of pink salt that a couple of them sit there with a rasp with a file to apply the salt to the popcorn for you.
Nice.
And there you are. You have your popcorn. Anything Guinevere want to get from this area?
I heard something about candy clouds.
Ooh, yes, you make your way over. They're only a few stalls away over at the Stone Sugar Confectionery. And for 2 copper, you receive a cotton candy that is larger than your head.
Good God.
Whew.
And they haven't quite figured out flavoring for this yet, so it's mostly just spun sugar and looks like a big cloud. But there's an ever so subtle hint of what you're pretty sure is vanilla and maybe the flavoring from honeysuckle flowers.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright.
Terrifyingly sweet.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have no teeth left by the end of the day.
Metal teeth.
Arc real teeth.
It's a thing.
Oh my god.
Right,
Ultimate
but
dentures.
as the 2 of you get that Adonis, you show up and they catch you up on what's going on. As you see the giant Guinevere carrying a thing that's blocking her view and Gelt eating a strange food that you've never seen.
Popcorn?
What the hell is popcorn?
So you have corn, right? And you
Mhm.
throw it in a pot with a lid, and it's on fire, and it pops. And it's really good.
I guess I'll take some popcorn.
It's delicious salted popcorn. Can't go wrong. Is there any of the confections that you've heard about that you would like to try?
I think I'm gonna pass.
Okay. The 3 of you make your way up in front of the arena. All right. Nope, I don't want to move the water. I want to move Guinevere. Moving the lake. All right. 3 of you get up there.
Jelly man.
Guinevere turns out to be the jelly. Immediately, you see a wide variety of carnival-style games. You see a hammer power station where there's an ogre currently taking a big swing, trying to hit the lever with the mallet and make a metal rod shoot up to the top to crash into a series of spell stones that are set at the top. They didn't quite make it that time. You see another vendor who's holding out and fanning a set of throwing knives like they're a deck of cards in one hand, and he turns and he spins and throws all the knives at a series of moving targets. It says, "Come on, come all, hit a target and win a prize." And then you see another group, and you hear an uncomfortably familiar snap of bones breaking as someone screams and a group cheers on at an arm wrestling station that's been set up. They've been made a makeshift table out of a old rope wheel or a spool that they would use for rope off a ship that they've turned sideways to use as their table platform. You see a dwarf calling out, "Come on, we still need 3 more for a drinking contest. We hold a contest every time we have 10 competitors. We have 7 already. Come on, come on." And then next to him, literally next to the drinking contest, you see a dragonborn holding out a longbow. "Come on, come on, show your skills to the women at your mastery of archery. Shoot the targets and win the prizes." And then you see a circular ring pit that's been set up with groups of fencers who are leaning on, and a barker standing there. "Come on, try your chance against the Masters of Blades. Win 3 rounds and win the prize pot. 3 rounds is all it takes. Take on some of the finest duelists and show that you yourself are among their ranks." Across from that, you see, again, another group of dwarves. They're actual kind of going towards where they're strategically placed between where the brewer's display was in front of the doctors and across from where the drinking contest is being held. You see them setting up a keg lift competition where a cart structure and a bar, so basically people are deadlifting kegs. Oh yeah.
It's that kind of party, huh?
Mm-hmm. And then you see a square platform raised up with ropes being used to contain it. And a barker, I bring you the best gypsy pikers from across the land, the best bare-knuckle fighters. Step in the ring and see if you yourself are better than the best. Can you go 3 rounds against the best pikers? Can you knock them out? Can you get knocked out? Can you take a hit? Can you give a hit? I bring you the best and the fastest footworkers, the best handwork in all of Bellsong, here for your entertainment. And you see a young piker standing there shadowboxing in one side of the ring, waiting for the next challenger to step in. And you see in front of the Colosseum another barker with several heavily armed guards standing around him as he calls out, "Up to the wheel, spin the wheel and try your luck. Come a pauper, leave a prince. Spin your wheel and test your fate. Are you destined to be poor, or are you destined to be rich? Come today and spin the wheel. Find yourself sitting in a VIP box with O's looking to borrow money from you." And it's basically a giant Wheel of Fortune game.
Nice.
And those are all the predominant games you see here. And of course, amongst the vendors, there are people, come and get your silver jewelry, the best silver jewelry. We have gold. I have the most beautiful gems you've ever seen. Come to my car. Just lots of vendors, and one guy screaming, "We have the best housewares, best pans you've ever seen. Cast iron, a thing of the past. Steel is the way."
Yeah, okay.
Can I look at my pocket watch and see if there's a glow to it at all?
No glow.
Okay. I want to go to that the throwing knife game.
All right, you go over to the throwing knives. Welcome, Master Elf. So, it's 5 copper to test your luck.
Okay.
You have target. All right, so there's several targets. You have targets at 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, 70 feet, 80 feet, 90 feet, and 100.
Mm-hmm.
You get to decide which target you throw at.
Mm-hmm.
But the further away, the better the pay. You follow?
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, I'll pay my 5 copper and throw at the 50.
Go ahead and roll a d6.
4.
You throw and miss.
Oh.
You don't miss by much. You throw the dagger and it just hits like the outer fraying of the target and flies by. Not bad, Master Elf, not bad, but not quite. Here, like this. And he takes it and he throws one and knocks the target dead center. See, it's just like that.
Just like that. Got it. I'm gonna try again.
All right.
6.
6 hits. You knock the target. Here you go. And he gives you back 5 copper.
Nice. Hey, what else? Want to do anything? Because if not, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm just keep doing games.
I was about to say, are we once we choose something, are we confined to that, or would we be?
No, go nuts. Play all this stuff.
Hell yeah, I'm going over to the hammer.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the arrow shooting one.
All right. So we'll start off with. Hold on. Let's start off with let's start off actually with Adonis. Adonis, you go over to the arrow shooting. Okay. And the only reason we're starting with Adonis is because right about now, as you're making your way over towards the hammer, a giant crack can be heard and an explosion happens, and you see a dragon head form out of swirling mana of blues and greens and reds, and it's breathing flames up into the air as someone has recently just won the hammer game.
Ooh.
And so you're going to wait there just for a few minutes while they reset because they have to replace the spell stones that just got broken.
Fair enough.
All right, and the arrow contest, the archers. Where are the archers? Okay, so you make it over to the archery contest. I see that you're an archer there yourself. Are you here today to shoot with a crossbow or a longbow?
A crossbow.
Care to use your own? And he points to because he notices that you have yours on you.
Sure, I'll use my own.
Okay, so 10 copper for the challenge, and you have to take 10 shots.
All right. Do I have to use my own bolts, or will they provide me with bolts?
They'll provide you with bolts.
Okay.
They'd give you yours back anyway, but they provide them because they don't trust people not to cheat.
Fair enough.
All right. So, because you're a marksman, you get to play this game a little differently.
All right.
Normally, people without the marksman skill have to roll randomly for which target they're hitting. In your case, you don't have to do that. You have targets listed 1 through 10, 10 being the furthest away, 1 being the closest.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll to hit. And then tell me which target you're shooting at.
Like, is this... So, is the challenge of the game just to, hit
Playing all
whatever
10 shots.
target 10 times, or just
No. You have to hit all the targets.
all the targets?
So you get to roll the hit, and then you get to pick which target that you're hitting for that. Each target has its own accuracy requirement.
All right. Let's see. Well, I rolled the 97, so can I attempt to hit target 10?
You hit target 10. Boom! You hit it just on the edge, but the bolt sticks into it. Well done! Well done! Very good. Go ahead and take your next shot.
All right. I rolled a 57. Can I hit target 1?
57 hits target 1. People, by now, because you've made 2 of the shots, very good, very good. You see a couple people come over and they kind of clap a little bit. Target number, let's go for number 3.
All right. I rolled a 67. Can I go for target number 2?
67, you hit target number 2. Very good, that's 3 for 3. Everyone, let's give him a little round of applause. People kind of lightly clapping like, yeah, okay.
95. Can I go for number 9?
95 on number 5. You said
9.
9.
9.
Yep, boom, you nail the target right outside the bullseye ring. The crowd starts to applaud a little higher. Yeah, look at you go.
$63 for target number 4.
63 on 4. Miss.
Damn it.
You won't get the grand prize by me. You're still doing pretty good.
77 on number 5.
77 on 5. Boom, you hit the target right on the outer ring.
So what do I have left? 6, 7, and 8?
You have 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8.
I just shot 4.
You shot 5.
No, prior to that, the one that I missed on was my 63.
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah. But I only got 10 bolts, so
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you'll have to choose one.
Yeah, you could
So-
still hit 4.
yeah. The 3, 6, and 8 are the ones that I haven't tried to hit.
Correct.
I was getting at.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. 89 for number 8.
89. Boom, right on the outside ring again. Very good, very good. And more people are starting to cheer as you're getting further along.
89 again for number 6.
Hits right in the bullseye.
Hell yeah.
The crowd cheers a little louder, starting to clap like, yeah!
82 for number 3.
82 for number 3. You hit again. This one, right in the... I can't remember my colors right now. Whatever the third ring out from the bullseye on a target is.
I think it's white.
Yeah.
It's a good hit regardless. All right.
That's all 10
Yeah.
shots.
You got one. No, you got one left.
I thought I missed number 4.
You missed number 4, but you haven't hit number 7 yet.
Oh, okay. Damn. Well, with that, I'm going to try and hit number 4 then again, because I only rolled a 77.
All right, you hit it this time. Very well, very well. 9 out of 10 shots. Very good, very good. And he returns the 10 copper that you paid as your prize.
Ah.
Sorry, for the grand prize, you gotta hit all 10. But
What's the grand prize?
50 copper.
Oh, okay. I don't feel too bad about that then.
At this time in the day, it's 50 copper.
Yeah.
As the day goes on until somebody hits it, it will gradually increase.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. And now the hammer has been reset. Oh, look at the lovely lady. She's come to play the game of the hammers. Come, come, come. Would you like the big mallet or the small mallet? He's joking. There's only one. There's only one mallet.
Oh. Is it like, how big is it comparative?
It's a sledgehammer.
Like, oh, okay. It's big, but like
You're more than capable.
solid.
Yeah, it's about the size of a construction hammer. It's not even as heavy as some of the ones that your husband and father would have used in their work.
Oh, okay.
So, my point is, it's not the biggest hammer you've ever had to see, but it's heavy. In order for us to play this game, it's a 2-step process. Step 1 is I need you to roll a d6 to determine your accuracy of hitting the lever, and then I'll need you to make an athletics roll.
Um, 6 on the d6.
Okay, and go ahead
Yeah.
and roll for athletics.
All right. 83.
83. You go and you swing and you clip just the side of the lever. Didn't quite land it square. The imbalancedness of it really causes a lot of your power from your swing to get shifted off. And you watch as the weight on the other end only goes up about 13 inches and then slides back down. Oh, it's okay. She tried her best, everyone. She tried her best. Would you like to go again?
Oh, I want to go again.
All right. He goes, she's going to do it again, everyone. Cheer her on, cheer her on. And people are like, yeah, okay, come on. Go ahead and roll your d6.
That's a 5.
Okay. And roll your athletics.
94.
This time, again, it's still way off balance as you clip the edge of it, only getting it a little more accurate. And this time it slides up about 18 inches before sliding back down. Very good, very good, very nice try. I give you a tip. You gotta hit it more on the lever.
Can I try one last time?
Okay.
This guy's on my nerves. All right. That's another. No, sorry, that's a 3. I can't read.
All right. Go ahead and roll athletics.
91.
This time you hit it, and it goes about a third of the way up. You're still you're so close, but you got much better hit this time. You actually got the hammer on the lever more solidly, but not quite in the center. So you didn't get all your power into it. But this time the weight goes up a third of the way, and everyone claps. Yeah, look at that, much better. The guy goes, very good. You see, you take my advice. You got it right there. You're getting a little more on point. Very good.
She can feel the vein bulging in her head from the patronizing.
You gonna go again?
Can I mosey my way on over there,
You
to
sure
also
can.
watch?
You sure can. Matter of fact, I'll assume both of you have moseyed on over there to see this.
Yeah.
From the crowd, I yell, "Come on, Mom! You hit me harder than that!"
I want to shoot him one of those looks that's supposed to be like the I'm angry look, but I'm really amused.
Fair enough.
And I'll go, yeah, once more.
Go ahead and roll your d6.
That's another 3.
All right.
Just roll a 100, Lamau.
Huh?
So just roll a
Well, I
100,
was
Lamau.
close. That was a 98 plus 1. That's 99.
It's about... It's in the same range this time. You swing down, you hit. It goes up about a third of the way.
Jesus.
Strength, your anger is fueling you. Strength is not the issue. It's your accuracy of hitting it. You're just not used to swinging a weapon quite this heavy. Or this, how should I say, imbalanced. Swinging a hammer is a bit different than swinging a sword.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it.
A round of applause for the lady. A round of applause. Everyone cheers. And the guy standing at the end, here you go. And he pulls out your consolation prize, and they hand you a silk hanky. Anybody who plays at least 3 times and fails gets one of those.
Yikes.
Thank you. She walks quickly over to Adonis.
I would like to make my way to the fencers tournament.
Yes. You arrive just in time to see a young dragonborn who just finished off an elf, and they shake hands, and the elf leaves with a large ogre who's kind of cheering him up, bonking him on the head with a hammer that's made out of a pillow, or a pillow that's made into the shape of a hammer, to be more accurately. And who's next? Who's next? You! Aha! Have you, sir, come to prove yourself among the finest swordsmen of the world?
Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
All right, you step in, and you won't be needing that if you want to have one of your comrades hold on to that blade for you.
Okay.
Right? And I assume you either handed your sword to Guinevere or to Adonis, and they hand you a dulled fencer's foil.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Obviously, they don't want you striking blood out here.
It would make it so much more high stakes.
There's a purple-scaled dragonborn who's stretching himself out. All right. Now, remember, the deal is, you defeat 3 people, you win a prize. If you don't, well, then you don't. So, prepare yourselves, and go ahead, and for the first go, roll 5d6s.
5d6s? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically a skirmish round.
Okay. 6. 5. 5. 4. 5.
Okay. You make it forward and land 5 quick thrusts against the Dragonborn before he can even parry the first. The crowd cheers. Yeah! The Dragonborn looks at you, spits on the ground, walks off.
Surprise, he's only rolling d4s. The last guy's rolling 12s.
The next guy steps in. This one, a human, bald head, long gray beard hanging down in front of him, probably in his early to mid 40s. Stands there, raises, gets into position. The barker comes over. All right. Gentlemen, ready yourselves? And begin. And go ahead and roll your 5.
5. 6. 6. 3. 6. Oh my god.
The fight springs forward and he strikes you first. Right into the chest. You take a step back. The two of you reset. You thrust forward. This time, you strike him in the thigh. The two of you circle around. You strike forward again. This time, you catch him in the other thigh. He smiles. The two of you back. You thrust forward. He parries. Last strike up and under. And he catches you. Well done. Well done. Very good, gentlemen. Very, very good. So let's see here. That was a miss, a strike, a parry, and a strike. Well done. That's a tie, gentlemen. So we have to have a tiebreaker.
All right.
That makes them 2 for 2, ladies and gentlemen. And begin.
5. 5. 6. Oh no, that one doesn't count. Everything's falling off my desk. 5.
You don't need those things on your desk.
And 4.
They belong on the carpet.
No.
All right, this time, the two of you come forward. He immediately strikes and touches you on the right above the knee. You step back, you reposition, you come forward. He thrusts again, you parry it to the side, and then you go on an onslaught, and for 3 strikes, one across his sword, the inside of his sword wrist, the next across the inner of his belly, and ending it with your blade sitting under his chin.
Nice.
Well done! Well done! All right, that settles round 2. Come on, round 3. And in walks a Laprade. He's holding a foil in each hand. He's swirling them around and kind of juggling them as he walks into the applause of the crowd. Does a bow, tosses one of the foils back to the man that you were just dueling, who catches it. He looks at you. He's wearing long, flowing, vibrantly, sickeningly seizure-causing orange silk robes that clash even harder against the violet-purple striping that's been added to them.
Oh, in my head, just man, you really can't account for taste.
He looks at you, notices your own particular apparel, and goes, "And he calls me flashy?" And the two of you line up. You touch the tips of your swords as you take your position. You are given the signal and roll.
4. 6. 6. 5. 4.
Okay. The two of you lunge forward at each other, blades swirling. He slashes you across the chest for what would be considered a hit. You don't get cut. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're just foils.
Yeah.
Slashes you across the chest. You step back. He continues to step forward. As he steps forward, he overextends himself. You take advantage of the opportunity, and first you wrap him across the outside, cutting across where his tricep would be upon his outstretched sword arm. Before he can reposition himself, you step back and thrust forward, landing one on the inside of his chest. He knocks your blade away. After that, the two of you reset. You come at him again. He slides his blade along the end of yours, running it up, slashing across the inner bicep of your sword arm. The two of you step back again, and he thrusts forward. This one, he touches your chest just before yours can touch his. Well done, the crowd cheers. Well done, demonstration, gentlemen. Well done. You don't win the prize, but you do get the applause of the crowd. And the Leprade looks at you and he grabs your hand and raises it and points to you, making a very valiant show that you feel sort of odd because you remember when you used to pull this scam on other people.
Told you, he's rolling 12s.
You only beat him by one strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well done. Anybody else? What else are we doing?
I'm honestly ready to head in.
Oh, I also wanted to try my hand at the archery. Or the fencing. My bad.
All right. All right. So, in that case, Guinevere steps in. Our first lady of the day competing. Though, with the way some of these others have walked in, we were a little taken by surprise that they weren't. The crowd kind of giggles a little bit, everyone knowing that he's making a comment about how elves look feminine.
I just lean over and whisper to Gelt, calling you a lady because you.
Boss, present company not included, as he waves off to some of the crowd that's now frowning at him. The Leprade looks over to you, takes his position. Go ahead and roll.
All right. 6, 4, 4, 3, and 6.
The two of you lunge at each other, and you land 5 quick successive strikes.
Jesus.
Hitting the Leprade, first by cutting across the wrist, then the elbow, and then the shoulder, and then to the other shoulder, and across the chest. The crowd cheers, everyone claps. The Leprade looks to you, bows, and takes his leave, going back, catching the second rapier that's thrown to him, and he begins juggling them again to please the crowd off to the side.
What a weird man.
The next of the performers steps forward. This one, a lean, kind of slinky human, long, dark beard, long, black, greasy hair. He looks like an emo kid from high school who hasn't bathed in a few weeks. He holds up his blade. Do you remember, did any of you ever see Robin Hood, the Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner and Alan Rickman?
Yes.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a cross of Alan Rickman as the sheriff of Nottingham going on. All the way down with the open mouth kind of look on his face.
All right. That's another 6. A 4, 4, 2, and a 5.
Okay. You thrust forward again, trying to think you're going to be just as quick as before. He parries. He comes back, slashes you across the inside of the thigh. Steps back, goes to go for the other thigh. You parry it. He comes up, slashes across one shoulder, and then behind you, and touches his sword to the back of your neck.
Ugh.
Madame, if you would excuse-moi. You are quite skilled, but not as skilled as Jockey. And he
Did
turns
you
to
just
the
say squilled?
and he turns to the crowd. For I am Jockey. I am the greatest swordsman this world has seen. And clearly playing up as you know that you've seen both D'Artagnan and Gelt do this. You're like, oh, he plays the heel.
The kid just walking out and just being like, well, I love, but I don't say squill at least.
I don't say squill.
Oh. All right. Any other contests or anything, or do you guys want to move towards going into the arena?
For funsies, I'll take my hand at the fencing tournament.
I was gonna make my way over to that the wine cellar.
The wine cellar?
Yeah.
Are you going to watch Adonis?
You'll watch him first though.
Okay. All right, Adonis, you go in. Jockey looks at you. Oh, hello, look at the fancy one. This is not as simple as the shooty and the togi you play with your toys. This is a gentleman's sport. Prepare yourself. He takes his position.
Damn.
Better watch how he texts my son.
Lebrado hands you a foil rapier and he goes, don't take it personally, kid. He just does this to work up the crowd, okay? The two of you take up your positions.
So, 5d6s?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. 6. 6. 5. 5. Another 6.
Jacques lunges forward and you step out of the way and you immediately strike him across his wrist. And he goes, ah! And then you go back and you strike him again, and he doesn't even move out of the way. He lets you strike him in the ass with it. You almost feel like he moved his button the way so he purposely gets poked. He goes,
Oh my gosh.
and he basically stands there while you strike the shit out of him.
A true showman, and I can appreciate that.
After
Who would have expected the child to be so quick?
after, I'm done, I mock his accent. Oh ho ho, the shooty is not as hard as you think, huh? Stabby real easy.
I think I was a cunt. And the crowd laughs and applauds as he makes his way out. The green dragonborn that was first in the ring when you first arrived earlier steps back in.
All right.
He doesn't say a word. He simply narrows his eyes and takes a low stance position, crouching his body back on his legs until he's almost has his head parallel with his rear knee and his blade crunched down.
Jesus. I'm gonna tip my hat to him, as any gentleman would do in a duel. And then I'm gonna kind of like mimic, one of Gelt's stances that I've seen him do before.
Okay. Make a performance roll real quick.
The weight distribution
69.
wrong.
Gelt, you can tell he's trying to copy you and he's doing it badly.
You're the form, man.
Like, he's got the position right, but he hasn't shifted his weight at all. All right.
All right. 5, 4, 5, 6, 5.
You lunge forward and he parries. You come up again, he parries a second time. He comes forward again, he parries the next. He parries the next, and the last one you come in and he strikes you across the chest.
Ooh.
Very good, very good. Well done, gentlemen. You're pretty quick, kid, but you have been defeated.
Hand
I was gonna
over
be so
the
surprised
foil
if
rapier.
Adonis was the one who like won.
Tip
Right.
my hat
The
to the
non-fencer.
Dragonborn. Mosey my way out of the ring.
The people applaud you for your valiant effort. All right. You said you were going to go get wine?
Yeah.
The Avengale's Wine Union. Excellent. You walk up and the host sees the three of you. Welcome. Please. What would you like to try? Would you like to try the flight, or would you like to buy a whole bottle? Matter of fact, here, samples. And he gives you each samples. Little shot glasses. This here is the Isidore Vineyards Red. This year's, bottled in 2110. Okay? Just last year. Bottled well. Red wine from the sweet Isidore Vineyards. You know who the Isidore Vineyards are. They once belonged to the great nobles of Meliodas and Merlin themselves. The Isidore family vineyards. Bottled. Sweet notes of chocolate and cherries with a finish of tobacco. The wine starts with a mild sweetness and ends with the softness of the finest Pyrenees leather.
Do you have something from that is closer to Villos?
The Garofalo family vineyard, a white vintage this year they sent for the competition. It is a white wine, also bottled in 2110. It is a flat forward notes with a dry apple, slightly woody finish.
How much for the bottle?
For the bottle for you, my friend, 10 copper.
I'll take 2 of them.
Okay. Go ahead and add the Garifila, so Grafila, Family Vineyard, white wine, 2010. And yeah, the year is important because there's a lot of wines in the player's handbook I'm working on. And it is a 13% alcohol.
Ooh.
You have 2 bottles of that. And if you like that, then you might be interested in a taste of history. I give you, and he pulls up a large bottle, cider made from the Reclamation Orchard. This cider comes from the apple orchard, first reclaimed from a group of trolls during the War of the Mist. They say that the farm itself was reclaimed by the Lockhart mercenaries 1,000 years ago. They say Gildart Lockhart himself was the first to squeeze the juice from those very vineyards.
I'll pass. I just want a little taste of Bell Song.
Well, not a problem, my friend, not a problem at all. And for the lady,
Oh, none for me, please.
would you mind if we served your son?
Well, which one? They're 101 and 23 respectively. They can do what they want.
You are a special woman. To have 2 sons, one so old and yet looks so prime yourself.
They're adopted.
Why, certainly. Just look at them. Neither have your grace or form.
I do a little curtsy.
I lean over to Gail and I'm just like, remember, we were chosen over the beautiful kids. We're better.
Any other games or people or anything that I maybe haven't listed in particular that you would like to seek out?
I think I'm good.
I want to try one more thing. I just want to try the wheel.
All right, that's actually on the way into the Coliseum, so that's not a problem at all.
Sweet.
All right, the 3 of you approach the Coliseum. You walk up to the wheel, you wait in line, you get your chance to go up there. Ah! 1, 2, or 3 competitors?
2.
Excellent, excellent. One step on up, run right after another, please. Please wait your turns, everyone. And go ahead and ladies first. Please spin the wheel. All right. Now, in order to spin the wheel to determine where you land, I need you to roll 6 d6s.
6d6. You got it. That's a 4. A 2. Another 2. Another 2. Glad I didn't do that while I was fencing. And a 5. Oh, wait, you said 6. One more.
Yep.
And a 6.
6. Okay, let's see here. Do we win anything for that? 3 twos. 3 twos does not win a thing.
Ooh.
Dang.
But you do get a free beer.
Hey.
Well, I'll take a free
Pretty
beer.
good.
They hand you, and remember, it's a commemorative trust, and so you get a decorative little tankard.
Nice.
And it says, "I spun the wheel."
Does have the date too?
It does have the date.
Good.
Oh, it's full tourism garbage.
Nice.
Jesus.
And it's got it has that cheap metallic taste of the monk's mead.
Oof.
All right, who's spinning next?
I am.
All right, go ahead and spin the wheel.
6. 5. 5. 6. 4. 6.
I do apologize, but here's a free beer.
Damn it.
You as you're walking away, you look at the bottom of as you drink your tankard, you see at the bottom of the tankard, it tells you what you needed to win. If you had rolled 6 ones, you would have received a platinum.
No way.
No way.
Yep, that was the top prize.
Oh my
God damn.
I was getting close with those 2s.
Yeah, you were.
6 twos would have gotten you a gold.
Ooh.
Oh.
6 threes would have won you a silver. 6 fours would have won you a 90 copper. All 5s would have gotten you 80 copper. All 6s would have gotten you 50 copper. And 4 of a kind of anything would have gotten you 50 copper.
Damn.
Oh, I was so close.
Yeah, both of you were close with the 4 of a kind.
Yeah.
So close. But no
So
cigar.
now we're going to make our way into the arena.
Yeah.
The 3 of you have been here before. You recognize the familiar statue of the warrior staring up with his arms outstretched, motioning to the sky. And let's see here. I think we lost the screen here at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost Auntie.
Oh no. Let me see if I can get the
She's back.
She's back.
I want to see if I can get the Discord screen back because I lost her off of Roll20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There it is. She's back. All right. Had to make sure, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Good. Sorry for the temporary intermission. But the 3 of you walk in. You see the place is crowded. And about this moment, as the 3 of you make your way in, you show your tickets, and they quickly nod their approval, letting you in, ushering you in. As the 3 of you are making your way, you're standing almost in the middle. You see the giant statue of the warrior with his arms outstretched that makes you all kind of have weird emotional feelings. When the 3 of you feel the heavy presence, even though you're surrounded by people, you feel a very heavy presence of someone all of a sudden being right behind you. Adonis, you recognize this feeling. Ah, it is a pleasure to see you three, Dawning Titans. And Adonis,
Starts.
Adonis, you turn around and you see the not smiling yet appeased face of Lephistus.
I tip my hat to him out of respect.
It is a pleasure to see you. About this point, Guinevere, you feel a tug on the side of your robes, and you look down and you see Bill,
Oh,
little corgi
Oh.
Bill. Miss Guinevere, hi, I'm Bill.
Hi, Bill. Yes, I remember you.
If you would, Miss Elizabeth would like a moment with you. And you see about 40 feet away, you see a crowd of corgis, and you see Miss now Captain, formerly First Mate Elizabeth, standing there. She asked me to if she could have a word.
Yes, absolutely. I'll follow Bill.
Okay, you and Bill make your way. Lephistus smiles slightly as he sees what's going on. Very clever of you. Very clever. Anyhow, Adonis, I would like you to accompany me. Master Gilleth, if I remember correctly, I believe that was the surname that I saw for you. Gilleth, correct?
Genlith.
Genlith, my apologies. The names of the families that went to Belsong are so hard for me to pronounce. I am Lephistus, and I would like for you, as your ticket indicated, to head upstairs to the VIP boxes. They will let you in. The magistrate is expecting you. I am afraid that I must steal your companion here, for as you shall speak with those above, I shall introduce him to those below.
All right, no problem.
No qualms for me either.
Thank you very much for your assistance in recent matters. I believe the magistrate has been looking forward to getting to properly meet you. And he begins to lead you away, Adonis.
I'll follow him,
Okay? Guinevere, you and Bill reach the Corgi crew and the very well-guarded Lady Elizabeth. Miss Ashenthorn, it is a pleasure. Thank you. I just wanted a few moments of your time and possibly to see if you would like to sit with me for today's festivities. I really did. I apologize. I know you were reaching out to me the other day, and I want to say thank you. As one woman to another, I appreciated what you did. I wasn't able or in the right frame of mind to really accept your words at the time, but thank you.
I do understand, and it's no problem at all. But I'd be honored to be with you today.
Certainly. And they lead you off to the private boxed off area that belongs to the crew of the SS Whoop. They get you Yes.
Can I quickly just tap my watch a couple of times and let my teammates know?
You turn around and your teammates are gone. You click your watch, and you click it, and it glows. For the sake of argument, I'll say that the two of you both sidestep from your ongoings and get a quick view of your watches. You're able to exchange the information, so all three of you have an idea of where all three of you are.
For sure.
Quick little side conversations, and then you guys are able to get into your locations.
All right.
Okay. Gelt, as you enter the upper decks of the VIP section, you are first a young elf who looks to you to be about maybe 60 years old. So, a child from your perspective.
Yeah.
Brings back a little bit of memories. You remember when you were this short. And they see you, they look at your invitation. Oh, I was told by the magistrate to properly announce you when you arrive. And he leads you in. Ladies and gentlemen, and fine those of you of noble and esteemedness, we announce the arrival of the Dawning Titans, Genleth.
Hello.
People nod and look and kind of mosey on about. The magistrate himself, dressed in fine robes of silver and alabaster jewelry, comes up to you. Yes, it's good to see you. I'm afraid we have not yet had a proper chance to meet. I am Magistrate Zimya Bim.
Yeah, Bim.
Yes.
Okay.
Come. And he leads you in. He's significantly taller than you.
Understandable.
But he leads you in by the arm and begins to walk you, and he starts introducing not so much you to people, but he introduces people to you. Yes, this is one of our returners. This is Gelt Ginleth. Yes, formerly of Belsong, but originally born of one of ours, recently returned home. He is currently the one that I was telling you about earlier, and he just kind of rehashes the story about how you bravely led your troop down into the sewers to fight the giant rat beast that at this point has become a 20-foot tall, 1,000-pound behemoth.
Yeah, 1,500 actually. It was pretty big. Massive beast.
And he's leading you around and parading you in front of the who's who of the people that have arrived. Adonis, you find yourself at the edge of one of the arena stalls, looking out through the barred gates into the arena field itself, with Lephistus, you leaning against one wall in the shade, him leaning against the other. So, that was very clever of you, making friends with the captain's daughter. Very smart.
Fairly easy enough of a task, as we had already had some form of relationship prior.
Relationships with all the right people at all the right times, perfectly executed. I admire that about you. I didn't expect you, and I mean no offense, but I wasn't quite sure if you would be all up to the task or intelligent enough to capitalize upon your situation. I am most pleased, and the magistrate has had less work to do because of it. Very phenomenal work you've done. But, by the way, the residency that I have prepared for you has been established. The paperwork has been taken care of, and you should find yourself in no big folly. At the end of the evening or early tomorrow, I will send a runner to escort you to it. I hope you will be most pleased with the residency. And while he's kind of going off with this small talk between the two of you, Guinevere, you are seated up in this whole place is stadium seating, but this has kind of been roped off and marked off specifically for the crew. You and Elizabeth have been seated. The corgis have no shortage of snacks. You see a ogre wearing a giant ham suit who's walking around selling roasted meat on sticks. The corgis buy like half of what the ogre has. They have tankards of everything from wine to ale to mead. There's no shortage of goodies laid out around you, and you're welcome to any and all of them. About this time, a familiar face, a dwarven face, approaches. You recognize Winston. A few of the corgis that are there to work as guards are standing, and they quickly recognize Winston and allow him to approach. Elizabeth stands, and he bows his head. Once again, my lady, I would like to apologize, not just on behalf of the Empire, but as a friend who's lost a friend. You have my deepest sympathies. And he bows so low that his beard practically touches the ground.
That's almost dishonor.
She looks at him. Winston, please, you've known me my entire life. Stop being so formal. And you don't need to apologize. It's not your fault for what happened. Please, sit. Join us. Winston, this is Lady Ashenthorn. She's going to be joining us about here. I believe the two of you know each other. We do. We do, my lady. Winston, you really must calm down. You couldn't have possibly foreseen the things that were going to happen. I know that Lady Ashenthorn and her company were in league with D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan and my father, just like you and my father, go way back. D'Artagnan had asked us to smuggle them out of Avengale, and we did. Just like you asked my father for a favor. And he did. I am well aware of the actions of Miss Ashenthorn and her company aboard my father's ship, because much like my father, it is my ship, and it is my business to know all adventures that go on upon it. My father thought the deal that you offered would help handle things with Richard, and so he agreed to help you in exchange for something that he thought would help him. No, I don't think anyone could have foreseen that Richard would break out of jail and do the things that he did. So, don't worry. I don't blame you. It's not your fault. If anyone should be blamed, it is Louis, but Louis has already been dead. And the matter with Richard, I don't want you to worry yourself. I've already seen to taking care of it. He kind of looks at her with a kind of a questionable gaze. Look, my father was going to use the leverage of being able to step in and declare Louis a proper prisoner of Talinar, being that he did commit crimes on the ship that belongs to not only Talinar, but a prince of Talinar. We were going to always get him away from the gallows of dealing with the Reaper's scythe and just take him back home. We were going to use it as a pawn piece to make Richard do what we wanted. You couldn't have possibly known that Louis would break out of jail and do what he did. So please, sit yourself, let's drop the formalities. Don't call me lady, don't call me captain, don't call me first mate. For today, I am Elizabeth, you are Winston, and if you don't mind, Miss Ashenthorn, I would like to just call you Guinevere. Let's drop the prompts and let's enjoy the festivities.
I'll let her know that just Gwen is fine even.
A pleasure. Oh, Bill? Yep. And he stops himself just shy of saying captain. Bill, if you wouldn't mind, go over and see if you can get more of that roasted meat from that dancing ham. It smells delicious. Right, Smith. And he goes off.
I love Bill. Bill must be protected at all costs.
Next job, kill Bill.
No!
No!
Not in this household. I think the fuck not.
They can kill me. I will not kill Bill.
I think the fuck not, yeah.
Oh, the guilt is creeping in.
I wouldn't say so much guilt as, Bill's great.
No, I wasn't saying guilt by association. Sitting here.
Nah, it's fine.
Guilt. You have been paraded around the room 3 or 4 times now.
I'd like to think the rat goat grows an extra 500 pounds every story.
As the two of you finish making your rounds, this place has got all of the fancy desserts and accoutrements and charcuterie and wine goblets everywhere. So help yourself to everything. Now, I will say that I'm glad that you arrived in clean robes. robes, but please, for future events, dress yourself a little more accordingly to one of your station. You are going to be a common name here in Corvus. You must learn to play the part. This adventure get-up that you came in today is perfect for your first introductions, but going forward, prepare yourself a little more refinedly. As well, I believe that Hephaestus is speaking to the human that is with you. Matters upon situations, of course, are being taken care of. I did find in the record that you shall be no problem. There shan't be any questions upon your heritage. I simply laced that your parents were among the first to return to Belsong after the end of the war in order to help reclaim Elsinore. So no one will question your heritage, no one would dare question parents who went back and died fighting valiantly to reclaim the homeland. You are the son of, if nothing else, appreciated heroes, if not recognized in fault. After all, no one remembers a hero who dies. Trust me, I spend much of my time having to remind people of my own family who sacrificed. But I do hope you enjoy the festivities. There will be a dwarf around here eventually taking bets, so please make sure you do what you can to increase your profits today. It's always a good show. Now, if you have any questions or to anyone that you would like me to introduce you to or questions about anything, please have a seat here next to me and we will make gentlemen's conversation and remember to smile. And, by the way, that arm of yours is quite the attraction with the crowd here. We don't find too many of our kind with one. So, when you wave, I recommend you wave with it. All proper politics and such.
Above the table.
Yes.
Am I getting into some political intrigue? Is this what is the path? Because
So, if you have any questions about the governments or the ongoings of how things work on this continent, he's the guy to talk to.
Got it, okay.
And he's willing to answer any questions you may have about anything in particular.
Okay.
Basically, so he can make an excuse like he's making small talk with you, but he doesn't want to just make general small talk.
Right.
He wants to be seen with to put things in perspective for you, elven adventures are not that common.
Oh.
Elven adventures in Dresselheim, while they exist, it's not like anyone's going to faint for seeing one. Due to the fact that the elves have a very slow reproduction rate,
They don't really like to take chances.
they kind of can't. Between the attack from the goblins that drove them out of their homeland in Escanor of Elsinore, all the way to being chased to Dresselheim, and then the ongoing several hundred years they had conflict with them, as well as the conflict with the environment itself. The elves are about only a tenth of what their former numbers were.
Got it, okay.
And then on top of that, because female elves are born almost at a ratio of 1 to 10, there are very few male elves, and the male elves that are around mostly take on the path of druidism, and the druids are kind of like monks that tend to do what they can to not get killed. So an elf who leads an adventuring party, especially one who has a very public and recent victory over a beast, he's using you to play his political.
Got it.
Yeah, you've reached the level of D-list celebrity, but you're good for him politically.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to ask, what everything, what I should be preparing for the future, so I don't look horrifically out of place, in any, public, what's the word?
Day to day, your appearance is fine.
Yeah. But like for like more specialized instances, like if you need like a ball or something, just
Well, it depends on the way that you want to look. How do you wish to be perceived? So as you glance around, you notice that there are clearly individuals who work in government.
Mhm.
Every single individual he introduced you to, because like he introduced you to other magistrates who've come from other territories for this event. You notice that just like he's dressed in robes, they are dressed in robes. And then you see people who are dressed well, but not necessarily in robal garments, who were introduced to you as established business traders, important merchants, and things like that. And they vary in their style of clothing depending upon which land they came from. But you notice lots of silk, lots of exotic materials, lots of jewelry. People are showing their wealth.
Okay.
So, depending on how exactly you choose to be perceived going forward in the future for a ball or a more formalized event, you might want to step up your game. Even the adventure look might work out, but he's telling you that he wants you to show more wealth.
Okay. Got it.
Is his general advice.
Have more flashy stuff. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. If you think of any questions of political intrigue or anything, we'll come back and you'll have a chance at that.
For sure.
Adonis, you are now being led through a myriad of conversations of polite back and forth with Hephaestus. So, as I'm sure you're well informed of, we now have the end of things to happen. He reaches inside and pulls out a small platinum cigarette case and pops it open and takes a cigarette for himself and holds it out to you as an option.
I'll politely decline, as I do not
What?
smoke.
You politely decline, he closes it, and he begins to smoke. So, essentially how this is going to work, as I'm sure a smart boy like you has already figured out, while your elven friend Gelt will be the public appearance, and take care of all that, you will stand much like me in the shadows.
I'll sort of interject, and be like, yes, you're correct. I figured that out, and with the dynamic that my party has, we're lucky, as you pointed out earlier. Oh, I've made friends with the captain's daughter, Elizabeth. That's all thanks to Guinevere. So in my group, I understand that I'll be the shadows and he'll be the front man per se. And in between the two of us, with that, it's been helpful now having Guinevere, because she's almost per se like our heart and can interact.
But of course, he is your king. You act as his knight, and she acts as his bishop. It makes complete sense. But I want you to understand that we don't exactly, how shall I say? I want you to know who to look at. And he points with his cigarette out through the bars across the arena. And you see a group of merchants who appear to be haggling. From this distance, you can't hear what they're saying. We simply wish to keep the peace. Merchants like that come here because we make things profitable for them. We want everyone to see a profitable time, and we don't want to see the rise of unruly gangs. For now, thanks to what you were able to perform for us, we have squashed a bit of a political problem. And it was a great political problem that you settled. What I would like to see is for you and your company to establish yourselves and continue to grow your reputation. You have been doing phenomenal work. I heard about the giant sloths that you brought in this morning.
Yeah, no, we're definitely still trying to build that reputation. I do want to become more reputable within the town.
Well, continue to do so. I recommend finding many inroads, as many as you can. The more information and the more individuals that you have, of course, the finer you shall be able to perform. But do yourself a favor. Don't worry too much about this and that. And understand that with you, as your reputation grows, I will find more work for you. But I cannot give you work if you do not have strong enough reputation. It is your reputation in Dresselheim that protects you. Your sword may make you coin, but your reputation is the armor that will make sure a sword never finds you.
Understood. On that note, I am going to ask him to see if he can help me more with my marksmanship with rifles and pistols.
I'll be honest with you, the only way to get good is to simply put them to use. For now. Come back after you have a rifle. I may be able to help you.
Okay.
But for today, what I recommend is that you relax. Let us go and sit among the commoners and enjoy today's show. But
All right.
if you need and ever find yourself in need, I recommend, and he leans forward, that tiger that runs the tannery.
Mm-hmm.
He isn't exactly going to enable you with the most flexibility. His work is quality. Don't misunderstand. I don't mean to speak ill of Sir Reginald and his craftsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
But you will find Alhari Hadavib. She runs the local tailor. You will find her most susceptible. Simply tell her when you go to buy things that you are planning a festive dinner and need things of a durable sort. So the password is a festive dinner, things of a durable sort.
All right, let's all write that down.
I'm writing it down. Don't worry. Things of a what?
Things of a durable sort.
Durable sort, and that's to the tailor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is
All right.
He will not only be able to fashion you, don't tell Sir Reginald I said this, but she'll be able to fashion you in fine, superior styles of clothing. She will also be able to provide you with armor that, well, her clothing is so fine that you won't even know you're wearing it, and neither will your enemies.
Amazing.
All right, real quick. Adonis and Guinevere. Anything else you guys want to have small talk or questions to try to pump information out of the people with you?
I'm
Before... Go ahead.
gonna try and pump him for information about things that we should be looking to sell, and who we might be able to make deals with on that front, stuff like that.
You should sell whatever you're comfortable with. Sell things that you go off an adventure and bring back. Go and whatever it is that you're good at. The point is, Gelt right now is being paraded around and introduced as an aristocratic son whose parents left him a small fortune, and he spends his time being an adventurer. People think that kind of thing is special. I'm sure they'd be willing to buy whatever you told them. If you told them a dragon shitted out, they'd probably pay double.
Oh, man.
I love the Festus. I loved him the first time I met him. All right, he was great.
So, do things like that. It's not quite hard. If you want, do whatever it is. You'll see the space that you have tomorrow. You'll be able to make decisions then. Just remember, appearances. It is your job not necessarily to have an appearance, but to help ensure that you back up the appearance that the face of your company has. Watch how I make sure the magistrate looks good, you make sure Gelt looks good.
For sure. Understood.
Excellent. Gelt and Guinevere, anything on your guys' end?
Go for it.
No, you go.
No, go for it.
I was just going to say I just want to try and make it a fun day for Elizabeth. Just try and get her mind off of it.
Not a problem. You and her are having a very fun day, and you give me a perception check.
All right. Uh, 94.
Holy shit.
Give me a nature check.
Nature. 79.
Bill is not just the servant of Elizabeth. Matter of fact, there's no such relationship between the two of them. Bill is very sweet on Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, in her own way, is very sweet on Bill.
Aww.
You managed to pick that up.
I'm pretty sure if I'm, marked to kill Bill, I'm gonna have to just shoot whoever requests me to do that.
Yeah. No, just straight up insubordination.
You're not killing Bill.
Like if you have to shoot Lephistus, and we end up in a TPK, worth Bill.
Yeah, 100% worth. Yeah, as long as I'm not the one who kills Bill.
All right, Adonis. Any other questions that you want to have while you're speaking with the magistrate?
Huh?
You're with the magistrate. Anything you want to?
Said Adonis, and I was confused.
I'm sorry. I'm getting you guys confused at this point. Gelt.
I'm gonna ask him if he has any news from Villos. I'm feeling a little homesick.
Information from Villos. No, I'm afraid that beyond the conversations that I recently received sad news about in regards to my sons from Belsong, I'm afraid I haven't received anything quite from Villos. Interesting that you're from Villos, though. It's been some time. Let me see here. Oh, it was probably 900. No, longer. It must have been almost 15. No, not that long. It was probably close to 975 years ago that I met the second ruler of Villos when he came here. His name was Durs. He was an orc. I'm sure you know of him. I believe there's a statue of him in the center of your town. He was quite a magnificent individual. He spoke of unification and a place for elves and orcs and humans and all of what was in between. You should have seen the expression on his face the first time he met a Leprade. It was quite interesting. I didn't know if he wanted to hug it or eat it. It was most fascinating. I think he was slightly disappointed to find out that they were beast people and not just large rabbits.
You really hit the nail on the head with Durs, Uncle. I very much appreciate that.
He was a splendid individual. He showed me some of his tricks. I have to say, I don't quite understand the shamanism ways, but they are very similar at the same time to the druids, though a little more destructive. Matter of fact, he had a dinner one night where he lit all of the candles in the restaurant using one of his tricks of breathing fire. It was quite splendid, except for the fact that he melted all the candles down. But he was a kind-hearted individual. and quite nice. I was sad when I heard word of his death.
Yeah, he I didn't.
You wouldn't really know him.
Yeah,
All
but
you know is there's a statue in your town.
yeah. I don't know the guy, but he saw me get my arm cut off, but hey, I lived.
He kind of raises an eyebrow at that comment of, huh?
Yeah, so gives a rundown of entire life.
I'm going to ask a serious question. How much and what do you tell him about or do you mean literally?
No, that was a joke.
Okay, that's why. Just want to clarify.
No, I am not. I am
I was
not.
like-
I am not going to bring up Tartagan.
I was about to say, like, how are you gonna ruin everything put into motion?
No, I am not going to bring up Tartagan.
Okay.
Dude, within a split second.
Do you bring up the broken blade?
No, I don't. I don't really bring. I just bring up the fact that
Don't
I got my
say
arm cut off
anything.
in the town.
Okay, fair enough. He looks at you. That is truly a shame, and I am saddened to. Well, actually, I don't know how that works. I've honestly never met an elf with an arc male limb before.
It's pretty sweet.
Tell me, did your arm turn into a tree?
I don't know.
That, perhaps the next time you go back and visit Villos, should be something to look at. It would be interesting. I've never heard of a limb being severed from an elf and the elf surviving. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen elves without limbs, but I've never thought before what happens to the limb afterward. Most intriguing.
Got me thinking now. Huh.
So, it looks like they're getting ready to start. And with that, I'm now going to ask a serious question of the party above table.
Yep.
I would like to pick this up next session.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Because there's about an hour to an hour and a half of me talking.
Whew.
Coming for the description of all the fights.
Fair enough.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Because there's going to be betting cycles for you guys.
Yeah, I just need to relook at
I was
that.
about to say we have money now.
We actually have money now.
couple
We
of
can bet.
silver at least.
Yeah.
So you all might want to plot on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, yes.
No, this is just more like for them. I did want to bet on the Corgi.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys were also of that
Yeah,
that
no,
same
for sure.
assumption. Yeah. All right.
All right.
If Bill's fighting, I'm betting on.
Bill is not fighting. Elizabeth is not doing that to him.
I am definitely still betting on the Corgi crew.
It's
Alright.
Yeah.
a matter of principle.
And with that, let me test the feed. 1, 2, 3.